The following is a presentation of Lake TV Sports. This Lake TV Sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Sacalaris Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Homes, Veracruz, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Pamela Johnson with H&R Block in Versailles, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Carola Pix. And now your Lake TV pregame show powered by Como Connect. Here's William Holtz and Dave Glendenning.
Tonight's broadcast on Lake TV featuring the California Pintos and the Versailles Tigers. This your pregame show powered by Como Connect. Of course, I'm William Holtz, joined by none other than Dave Glendenning. And Dave, you talk about week 5 of the high school football season. You get into the heart of your conference season, and that's certainly the case for both these teams tonight.
Yes, it is. And it's more of an important game, I think, for Versailles tonight than it is for California. California's kind of rebuilding and has some injuries tonight. But, yeah, it's going to be a good one tonight, as usual, with us. And I'm looking forward to the game tonight.
Always a competitive matchup when the Tigers and Pintos square off. This your pregame show powered by Como Connect. When we come back, we're going to spotlight one player from each team that we think could make a big difference in tonight's game. We'll also talk about both head coaches and much more when we return to your pregame show powered by Como Connect.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick, it's easy, it's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
You are the one!
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
On our pregame show powered by Como Connect, William Holtz, Dave Glendenning for Week 5 matchup featuring two teams in the Tri-County Conference trying to take that next step. Of course, California coming in 0-4, and they're incredibly banged up. Yeah,
they're actually down both of their starting guards. They're not going to be playing tonight at all. And their starting quarterback, he broke his wrist, so he's going to be out indefinitely. So tonight, we're going to see what they had to offer at the quarterback position. We're really excited, and it's kind of weird what's going on pregame. Everyone's kind of not sure. It's kind of hush-hush on who the quarterback's going to be, but I think it's going to be a trio of players perhaps tonight. Yeah, you talk about the California Pintos and Michael Gregg in his second year. He's run into the injury bug like no coach in his first 2 years I've ever seen. Of course, last year with Wolken going down in the OTAs, and they had to throw in Alex Currens. He played pretty well in the position. This year they were set, a year under his belt, and
in week 4 hurts himself, and now you're going to see a trio of players probably. And one player we want to start with, our spotlight player of the game for the Pintos tonight, presented by CHEVYS Pizzeria, and that's when Hunter Oliver, a sophomore, he got thrown in to duty last week. He went 2 of 6 for 52 yards, and we get word that although Hunter is not going to start tonight, we think he's going to play a big role in tonight's ball game.
Yes, and we expect him to come out and have the start tonight, or him, or either Alex Meisenheimer.
Yeah, Meisenheimer
We're not sure.
is going to get the start from what the sideline told our head production assistant and director of operations here, Ross Reinhardt. It's going to be Meisenheimer, which throws us all for a loop, including the California radio team and the California coaches. We asked them as they were coming through our booth on their way up top of the press box. We said, so who's starting at quarterback for you tonight? And they go, ooh. They had no idea.
Well, our man Ross got the scoop tonight. So.
And more times than not, you need to know valuable information. Ross Reinhardt, your guy. But I'm excited to see what Alex Meisenheimer does if he gets to start. And, of course, when Hunter Oliver gets in there, this is going to be new for the Pintos, you know, because they've really been accustomed to the style of Alex Kearns. And it's going to be different, especially against a much, much improved Versailles team that 2 weeks ago knocked off the 9th-ranked team in the state, the Southern Boone Eagles.
Yes, they got quite a feat to come up against tonight. But, you know, maybe they need a new spark. You know, they're 0-4, so this is something new, and hopefully maybe this new quarterback is going to take them, you know, to the next level. Get them a win tonight.
Isn't it interesting sometimes, Dave, in football where a big position change like that makes all the world in a difference? And I'm going to reference last night's game, you know, with the Cleveland Browns and New York Jets. As soon as Baker Mayfield got onto the field, you could sense the energy from the fans and the teammates, and he came in there and made a difference, and he did it very, very quickly. Maybe we'll see the same thing tonight from Meisenheimer or Oliver.
Very good analogy. Yes, I agree. It does definitely correlate to tonight's game, but we already know who's starting, and they've had a little bit of, you know, time to prepare for this tonight. So we'll see what they have to offer tonight.
I got to talk with Coach Gregg this week, and I truly believe that when you talk about finding the guy for your program, I think Michael Gregg is that guy for California. I know they've been down a little bit. They've struggled with the injury bug, but he's a through-and-through guy, and he's working on doing the same thing that Brock Silvers did when he took over 6 seasons ago. It's to build a tradition, build a culture, and California's doing that. They've just been hit so hard by the injury bug and kids not coming out. It's going to be a couple years for that program.
I wouldn't necessarily say build on the tradition, excuse me, build a tradition, but build on the great tradition that they already have, California Pintos. So, yes, so he is carrying on the torch, and I think he is the right coach for the team, and hopefully he'll be there for years to come.
Lots of playmakers on that side of the ball as well, talking about defensively for California that we'll feature here later in our pregame show, powered by Como Connect. Now, we come back. We're going to flip script, and we're going to talk about the home team, the Versailles Tigers. They're 2-2, and for the first time in a long time, they have an opportunity to head into Week 7 with an above 500 record. We'll talk about them and much more when we come back.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of Mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
This is your pregame show powered by Como Connect. I'm joined by Dave Glendenning. I'm William Holtz, and we're here at Andre J. Walton Sports Complex in beautiful Versailles, Missouri. I love this place, of course. And the Tigers come in under sixth-year head coach Brock Silvers. And I'm telling you what, it was a struggle to get to where they're at, but it has finally paid off sticking to the script for Brock Silvers and his coaching staff, because these Tigers have turned a corner, and they're looking to make some noise in 2018.
Yeah, they're off to a great start, something to build on, and I'm sure that they are really, really excited to play a Pinto team, which I think they have an advantage tonight, and pick up another, easy victory, but there's no easy victory in football.
Especially when you play in the Tri-County Conference. We'll talk about those standings here in a little bit as the Tigers now about to make their way to the field. And this song, it doesn't get much better than Eye of the Tiger. Of course, it's quite a tradition here in Versailles. It's been a struggle lately, but at 2-2, Dave, tonight the Tigers with the win would go to 3-2, and I think it's been quite a while since the Versailles Tigers have been above 500 this late into the season. So you hit the nail on the head when you said that Versailles has a lot riding on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, going above 500 is great, especially with the tight conference they play in. And I was going to bring something up earlier. This is your Versailles Tigers, is it not?
I did graduate from Versailles and fortunate enough to still serve as the Alumni Association president, and I've been involved in some high schools, but this is my hometown, and I do love not only the town of Versailles, but the community that cultivates these Tigers. And I'll tell you what, this community, a very, very tight-knit community, and come Friday nights, the town, just like a lot of high school towns, shuts down because it's Versailles Tigers football time. And if you talk about the Versailles Tigers, you'd be doing yourself no services when not talking about the junior quarterback, the sensational Colby Williams. Boy, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, and he's going to put on a show for us tonight, throwing and running. So looking forward to seeing what he can do against this Pinto defense.
Tell you what, we saw him last year as a sophomore, and although a little undersized, it didn't stop him from getting his nose in there and getting dirty. And you talk about Colby Williams, who's he going to give the ball to? Well, tonight's Spotlight Player of the Game, presented by CHEVYS Pizzeria, Wyatt Espinosa, the senior wideout. This kid is a specimen, to say the least. He comes in on the year with about 14 catches. He's averaging about, you see it right there, 13.7 yards a catch. He had a touchdown in all three of the first three Tiger games before they got blanked a week ago against a very tough Blair Oaks team. Blair Oaks walked away with a 37-0 victory, but that game was close in the first half, and Versailles played very well, according to assistant coach Tony Piercy. He said that's a powerhouse of a school we play every year, and the kids weren't intimidating, and you got to be impressed with that. I'll tell you another guy I want to keep an eye out for tonight. He's not going to get the Spotlight Player of the Game, but senior All-State linebacker Michael Trotter. He truly is the defensive leader of this team. He's averaging about 14 tackles a game. He's got 9 tackles for a loss, and he reminds me of one Devin Ratcliffe, who graduated from this school a couple years ago. And Michael Trotter, he does it on the offensive line. He does it from the linebacker position on defense, and I expect him to blow up some California Pintos tonight.
Yeah, we will absolutely be calling his name over and over and over again, I have a feeling, tonight.
Another guy in the line, Gage Tessier, he does a great job anchoring the line for the Tigers. And if you talk about the Versailles Tigers, you might think, oh, there's a team you're going to tune into Lake TV and you're going to see them get blown out. Well, slow down. It is a new Versailles Tigers team, 2-2, and highly favored coming in tonight. And what's their annual homecoming game here in Versailles, the beautiful Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the pregame show powered by Como Connect, and then what you've all been waiting for, high school football live on Lake TV.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Homes, Vera Cruz, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Pamela Johnson with H&R Block in Versailles, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Carola Pix.
Welcome back, and it's time for our coin toss. You see the captains down there for both teams shaking hands, and over the last couple of years, the Versailles Tigers and California Pintos have played some of the most memorably close games that we've been part of. So I'm excited for tonight. And Dave, if you had to pick a team you think is going to come out victoriously tonight, who are you going with?
Well, I have to go with the home team, the Versailles Tigers. They've got everything going for them. They are not hit by the injury bug like the Pintos are tonight. They're not starting a new quarterback from scratch that doesn't really have the reps that he should have in practice. So everything is aligning with the Tigers tonight on homecoming.
Yeah, absolutely. And another guy, we talked about Colby Williams is going to obviously get the ball to Wyatt Espinosa, both those guys captains, along with, as you see right there, Michael Trotter on the field for the Tigers, and also along with Trenton Owsley. Trenton Owsley, is another anchor to that line, along with Gage Tessier, number 65. Those two together have been dominant, and they've really taken it upon themselves to anchor the line on both sides of the ball. But another guy I want to talk about, the other wideout lining up on the other side, making his first year playing football, it's his first time he's come up for football, is Dallas Waller. He is an athlete, and I expect him to have a pretty good ball game tonight, and he's going to probably factor into tonight's game. I was talking with the Versailles coaching staff this week leading up to tonight's broadcast, and they said, you know, we're going to try some different things tonight. We're going to give the Pintos some different looks compared to what they've been used to seeing up to this point in time on film on the Tigers. And so that makes it even more appealing for us, because I haven't gotten to see Colby Williams play in his junior year since he's taking these leaps and bounds of improvement since his sophomore campaign. So I'm super excited to see him in action tonight, but I'm just as excited to see what kind of offensive game planning Versailles brings to the table. And California, one thing they're going to have to do tonight if they want to stay in this game against a very tough Versailles team, they're going to have to be the first man of the ball, and they're going to have to tackle soundly.
And that's what we witnessed in the first game we had of theirs this season. Their defense is pretty stout. It's good. They've got a good defense.
And California is used to playing superior opponents, and so this defense is used to having to rise above and play big. And we expect to see the defense play very hard-nosed. We're going to take a short commercial break. That's going to conclude tonight's pregame show, powered by Como Connect. But don't go anywhere, folks, because when we come back, it's Tri-County Conference Football on Lake TV featuring the California Pintos and the hometown Versailles Tigers.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
You are the one!
All righty, so Versailles wins tonight's toss, and they defer to the second half. Thanks for tuning in, for those of you who are with us for our pregame show, powered by Como Connect. Set to kick for Versailles, number 28, Matthew Lohr. Feel that at about the 15, up to about the 25 before being corralled there. On the return for California, that's Drake Schloop. We called his name a handful of times a couple weeks ago. Of course, you see camera angle up top provided by our very own Brendan Thompson. Thank you to our sponsor, Sacaleras Ford, right here in Versailles, our scoreboard sponsor. You'll see their logo on that scoreboard all night long. Of course, our sponsor is making live high school football on Lake TV possible. So, as we thought may happen, out of the quarterback position is that Meisenheimer. It is. It's going to be a quarterback draw. First man there for the Tigers, Bryson Reynolds, the junior, and going to stop the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. Good start for Brock Silver's Versailles defense.
Yeah, that play looked like it was going nowhere from the get-go there. Looked like a little bit of uncertainty out there on that first play.
Well, it looked like a quarterback draw, and Reynolds read the play from the start. Meisenheimer remains in at quarterback. Schloop in the backfield with him. It's going to be a quarterback option. Meisenheimer's going to keep it. He's got some good yardage. He's up close to a first down before being tripped up by number 10, Colby Williams, for the Tigers. We know he does it on offense from the quarterback position, and he makes probably what could have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there, because there was a lot of green out in front of Meisenheimer. Look at the electric down marker. I haven't seen that yet.
They're going big for the homecoming tonight.
Indeed. So third and short now. Meisenheimer out of the gun. It's a high snap over his head. Meisenheimer picks it up, and he's going the wrong way, and that is going to be bottled up in the backfield for a big-time loss. Unfortunate start for the Pintos. Michael Trotter, first man there for the Tigers. So 4th and 16, maybe 17, and that's going to bring up an obvious punt situation for California.
Yeah, and I think that sack was made by about half of the Versailles Tigers defense there.
Yeah, Versailles putting their helmet on the football early. Back to return for the Tigers, Espinoza. Meisenheimer will also do the punting duty. The snap, he gets the kick off, and it's a good end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for and made by Espinoza, the 48-yard line, and Versailles starts with excellent field position. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Everything going as planned so far for them.
Yeah, quick 3 and out for the Pintos, and after that great second down run by Meisenheimer on 3rd and short. Boy, that's a disastrous series of events for Coach Michael Gregg and the Pintos. High snap, Meisenheimer not able to grab it, and what could have been momentum shifting toward the Pintos after that play comes to a screeching halt in Versailles now. Out of the gun as Williams. Quad receivers, 2 top of your screen, 2 bottom of your screen. Williams takes the snap, he's gonna pass. Steps up, throws, he's got a man open and knocked away at the last second by Adrian Lemus Contreras. That's a great defensive play, just a little too much air under that because the Tigers had Braden Morrison, the junior, streaking wide open.
Williams had him. It was there.
Yeah, that's a great play made by Lemus Contreras, the sophomore for the Pintos.
I'm sure the coach is going to obviously remember that play and maybe go back to it hopefully at some point.
Yeah, the Pintos going to have a hard time keeping track of all these speedy position players for the Tigers. It's a sweep run from the slot. Dallas Waller, and he's going to be taken down by Meisenheimer just past the line of scrimmage. Dallas Waller, the junior I was talking about from the wideout position, he gets a rare carry there out of the slot. He gains 1, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 now for Kobe Williams and the Tigers.
Yeah, I was almost certain they were going to call a horse collar tackle on that last one, but they kept the flags in their pockets.
So 3rd down now, trip wide receivers, top of your screen. In motion now is Trotter. Williams in the flat and errant throw. He had Trotter who had a lot of room, and that was a sure 1st down. Williams loved to have that one back, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9. Be interesting to see if Coach Silvers wants to punt the football or if they decide to roll the dice on their first series here.
It's depending on how lucky he feels tonight, I guess. And I'm guessing he's feeling lucky.
Well, it's a deep shotgun formation, so also could be a punt. Low snap. Williams just able to get it off. He gets off a good one, but it's low. Meisenheimer with the return, and Espinoza with an immediate tackle at about the 23-yard line. And California and Versailles, they trade 3 and outs, and California now starts their 2nd offensive series at their own 23-yard line.
And that was Espinoza on the tackle for the Tigers. Not only does he return punts, he can also cover punts.
Yeah, nice tackle there. So 1st and 10 now for the Pintos. Boy, I'll tell you what, of all the complexes we go to football-wise, this one has to be right up there with one of the best in the area.
Yeah, everything's really nice, clean, convenient.
Quick hitter here to the tailback. That's number 34, and it's going to take a gang of Tigers to take him down. The ball may have came out the tail end. That's Logan Parrish, the junior. That's good yardage on 1st down. We'll give him 7. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 now. Braden Morrison with the stop for the Tigers. So 2nd down and 3 now. I want you to watch here, Dave. There's 4 down linemen, but watch the linebackers, the way they shift for Versailles. Right through there, and that's Trotter, Johnny on the spot. He was licking his chops. That's his 10th tackle for a loss already on the season. Nothing you can do about that. He picked the A-gap, he hit the A-gap, and that's a 4-yard loss. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, he just shot the gap there and was successful. It's a great defensive call.
Yeah, we expect Trotter to have a busy evening tonight.
And it makes you wonder, maybe it has something to do with their offensive linemen not playing tonight as well.
Yeah, keep an eye on that. Both guards out tonight for the Pintos. Low snap, handled. That's this time Hunter Oliver, and that's going to be intercepted at the 35-yard line with the interception. Kobe Boykert, and that's a big-time takeaway for the Tigers, and it sets them up with prime time field position. They've got it inside California territory. 1st and 10 at the 34.
I'll tell you what, Will, that was not an easy interception by a long shot.
No, Boycourt came off. The would-be receiver made a diving play and secured the football going to the ground. Great interception, and Versailles, an opportunity here to capitalize. So Williams remains out of the gun. Low snap, he's gonna roll to his left is Williams. Throws into the flat, he's got his man, that's Morrison. Morrison has about 14 yards and a Tiger first down, and the Tigers already very close to that Crown Power and Equipment red zone. They've got it at the 20, so they're officially in that Crown Power and Equipment red zone. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, you could tell Williams has ran that play over and over and over again in practice. That just looked like second nature in him running that rollout.
Well, he's such an athlete. You get him moving, and he can run the football, or he's a dangerously accurate passer on the move, and you'll see that all night long. Stands in now, and the flat overshoots his target. He was looking for Peyton LaFoy, the junior. Just a little too much heat and a little too high on that one, so brings up 2nd and 10. So in the early going, Williams, a little early game jitters. He's thrown a couple errant throws that should have been completions, but something tells me he'll shake that off and have himself a ball game. 2nd and 10 now, ball still at the 20-yard line. Seeing all these dresses and tuxes from all these homecoming candidates take a trip down memory lane. Williams now gonna roll out. He's gonna run, he's across the 20. He's gonna step out at about the 19-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 1. It's gonna bring up 3rd down and 9.
Given out of bounds, number 16.
So the dresses remind you of homecoming.
Well, the tuxes and dresses just remind me of my high school days being in homecoming. I mean, I was never a candidate, but I loved homecoming. Maybe it didn't make sense to you, Dave.
A candidate for King?
Neither. I didn't
You got shut out in
I
both.
didn't get nominated for King. I tried for Queen, and they ruled that out. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Shake it off the first guy. Williams diving for the end zone. And they're going to mark him out inside the 1. So that's going to be an 18-yard rush on the keeper for Williams. It's going to set the Tigers up 1st and goal inside the 1. Tigers inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. 1st and goal now. 6:50 left here in the opening period.
Yeah, and it appears that they've got a different package of players out there for the goal line. Yeah, they're bunching everybody up. No wide receivers.
Williams out of the gun. He's going to give the carry. Looks like Morrison, and he's into the end zone just like that. The Tigers, they strike first. Actually, Bryson Reynolds with the carry for the Tigers. And it puts Versailles up 6-0 here with 6:43 left in the opening quarter.
Yeah, you keep giving the Tigers the ball, and with good field position, that's going to happen.
Yeah, not a good start here for California. The extra point up, and it's missed wide left. So 6-0 your score. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of high school football here in Versailles, Missouri. And Dave, it's a busy week around the Tri-County Conference. A lot of matchups. Should be a lot of changes in those standings following tonight's ball games.
Yeah, I'm really excited also to get some of the score updates from the other conference games tonight.
We'll talk about those standings and around the league tonight. Boonville already up over Osage 7-0. So set to kick once again for the Tigers. Matthew Lord, the junior, gonna kick from the 40. High kick, fielded by Schloop at about the 15-yard line. He's got a hole, and then gang tackle at about the 30. They're gonna mark him at the 31, so California on their third series tonight on offense, they have it at their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, I just think that the Pintos just really need to focus on getting some first downs here, moving the ball a little bit on offense.
Well, they started with a 3-and-out with a disastrous play on a bad snap, and then the interception on third down. So Versailles' defense been all over them so far. So now it's Oliver in there again. The give, trying to get out to the edge, and he just barely will. Close to a horse collar again. The ball carrier there, Logan Parrish. Nice tackle on the play by Colby Boykert. Now he's already had, I guess, Reynolds with the stop. So 2 34s. There's Tucker Friedmeier and Logan Parrish. I think Parrish the ball carrier on that one.
Flip a coin, I'm not sure.
I think Parrish, and they're on the carry. So Oliver, the second quarterback we've seen tonight. Parrish with another carry, tries to get outside and then turn back. First guy there, Reynolds, redirect the ball carrier, and Johnny on the spot, Michael Trotter with the stop, gonna bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, so far the California offensive line really isn't giving them much to work with.
So a loss of 1 on the play, so that's Michael Trotter's second tackle for a loss already tonight. Beautiful sky here from Versailles, Missouri. Tiger fans making some noise. It's 3rd and 9. Oliver out of the gun. Drops back, steps up, airs it out. Looking deep for Meisenheimer.
Ooh.
And it was Kobe Williams who almost came down with the interception. We do have a penalty marker on the field. I wonder if the hold's going to go against Versailles. It is. It's got to be a hold, and that's going to be an automatic first down for the Pintos. So Versailles with the mistake. It's going to be first down for the Pintos.
That's one way to pick up a first down. But, you know, the only way they got it is if they pressured the defense. And when they pressured the defense, it caused the penalty.
Yeah, and I think Meisenheimer had a step, and he got grabbed. On the back end of the play, Kobe Williams very nearly hit with the interception. Meisenheimer did a really nice job of turning into defender and getting a hand on Williams, pushing him to the ground, not allowing him to come up with the pick. And you saw Williams pleading with the official. He wanted offensive pass interference, but you don't see that one called too often on those type of plays. So Oliver remains in at quarterback. Parrish gets the carry. He's got some room. Nice blocking up front by California. And then nice tackle on the play by Espinosa, but not until Parrish gains 7 yards and brings up 2nd down and 3.
Boy, Parrish got that ball. He was running with bad intentions, my friend.
Yeah, it was a really nice hole open on the right side of that line. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 3, and California needs to build on this, keep this going. You know, we've only seen a couple series tonight, but we've seen the Pintos so far this year following a positive play, penalty or turnover. So let's see if they can't keep their foot on the gas pedal. This time you got a new quarterback in there. It's number 9, Kalen Kruger, the freshman. Handoff up the middle to Meisenheimer. He's got 4 and another Pinto first down. So that's the kind of positive play we're talking about.
So now we're on. So now we're on quarterback number 3.
Kruger in there again, gives it to the up man, and that's a new ball carrier across the 40.
I think it was Garcia.
Yeah, it looked like the sophomore, Johnny Garcia, number 85, and he has 6 yards. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 4.
25, trying to finish the ball here, tackled by Trotter at the Tiger 40-yard line. 2nd down and 4.
And of course, Trotter was in on that play as well.
So 2nd down and 4 now. Kruger Gives to Parrish, lowers his head, keeps those feet moving, and he's close to first down yardage. In fact, he's got another California first down. That's their third of this series. So Coach Greg's got to like the response here from his California Pintos following the Tigers score.
I really like the way that kid's running right now.
Yeah, full head of steam, finishing the play.
California first and 10 at the Tiger 35-yard line.
So ball's at the 35 of the Tigers. Kruger, sweep out to Parrish, and he's going to be met in the backfield. That play is blown up before it ever gets going. First man there for the Tigers, Dylan Spicer, the senior.
Well, he had no chance on that play.
Loss of 3 on the play. That's 2 claps to Ric Flair. At this time, we ask that the bus drivers, all the bus drivers that are here this evening, please meet under the flagpole with Mr. Middleton.
All righty.
So second down and long. Kruger still in there at quarterback. He's going to hand it off. I think that was an option play, and Kruger would have been wise to keep that one himself. First man there for the Tigers. Big number 35 once again, Dylan Spicer. That name rings a bell, Spicer.
Yeah.
I would bet there's no relation to Lake TV's own Bob Spicer, but can't be too sure.
Well, we hope at least for the kids' part. Sorry, Bob, just playing.
Third down and 11 now. Oliver back in at quarterback. No, it's Kruger still. He throws, overshoots. Meisenheimer falls incomplete and going to bring up fourth down now. 4th and 11 at the Versailles 36. Wouldn't be surprised to see California take a shot, and here's why. Because at the 35-yard line, if you punt, you can't keep it out of the end zone. You only gain 16 yards. So I would say all streak routes for the wide receiver. Throw it up. Hopefully Versailles intercepts it over, intends it incomplete, and then it'd be an effective punt.
Well, looks like they got one guy wide.
And it looks like California gonna burn a timeout. We'll be right back on Lake TV. We'll take a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV. All right, we'll stay right with you here on Lake TV. California calls the timeout and looked like they weren't quite sure. They liked the way Versailles lined up on defense.
Yeah, my guess from the formation they came out in, they had Meisenheimer out wide, and they might have been doing what you said, just have him run up the sideline and see if he can make a play on the ball.
Do have an update, of course. Boonville and Osage playing tonight in a Tri-County Conference matchup. Boonville up 14-0 with about 6 minutes left in that first quarter, so we'll keep you updated on that.
California has 4th down.
And that pass falls incomplete. They were looking for Meisenheimer. Broken up by Kobe Williams, and Versailles gonna get the ball back, although there is a flag at the initial line of scrimmage. It's gonna be a legal formation against the California, and that will surely be declined. So Versailles gonna get it 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, now they're putting all the pressure back on the Pinto defense here to keep this Versailles Tiger offense in check. I mean, still only 6-0 early in the game.
Yeah, in California, nice drive there. Got a few first downs. Their defense got a rest. So now if they can find a way to get the ball back, although that's a much larger task than one might think when you've got Kobe Williams at quarterback. Williams, quick hitter. There's some room for number 17 for the Tigers, Bryson Reynolds, already a touchdown tonight. He has it all the way up to the 44-yard line. That's going to be good for 19 yards and a Tiger first down.
First down, TIG.
Longtime PA announcer here in Versailles, Ryan Merritt, my high school baseball coach, and the best thing about him, a diehard Cub fan.
So you like him then?
I like the Cubs, and yeah, I like that Ryan likes the Cubs. Yeah, I like Ryan as well. Williams into the flat, has Trotter.
Oh.
Trotter can't hold on, going to bring up second down now, and Williams' numbers aren't going to look good completion-wise here in the first half. Seen some errant throws and a couple drop passes. Going to bring up second down and 10 now.
Yeah, if they can just start connecting on just a couple more of those, this game might be drastically different.
Yeah, but California, they're perfectly fine with errant throws and drop passes. They need everything to go their way. Down a lot of their starters in tonight's game. For those of you just tuning in, they're without their starting quarterbacks, Alex Currens, and they've also got their 2 starting guards on the shelf. Williams now rolls to his right, throws into the flat, has his man across the 40, up to about the 37-yard line. That's Peyton LaFoy with the catch. They spot him at the 38-yard line, so they're going to give him 6 yards. Will bring up third down and 4.
Yeah, I've noticed Versailles, they've got a lot of team speed on offense. Looks like they got a lot of these smaller guys that can just flat out run. And of course, that starts with Williams.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him run the ball here. 3rd and 4. And it is going to be a quarterback option. Williams keeps it, tries to get outside, stays on his feet, knowing where that first down marker was. He's up to the 32-yard line. He's got 6 yards and a Tiger first down.
First down, TIG.
Gotta love the Tiger sound effects, Will.
Yeah, they've got some songs to choose from. Having the mascot, the Tiger. Of course, one of the only schools that has the clearance from the University of Missouri to use that Tiger logo. Looks really good on this field here.
Yes, it does.
Williams out of the gun. He throws into the flat. He's got his man. Number 7 hauls it in inside the 20. That's Dallas Waller, who's at the 19-yard line. He has got 13 yards and a Tiger first down as Versailles makes its way into the Crown Power and Equipment red zone, their second trip in the red zone tonight.
Yeah, and Lehman Contreras for California, he had the sure tackle there. He made sure that he wasn't going to go anywhere after he caught that ball.
Yeah, if Waller's able to shake that tackle, he's to the house on that one. But 1st and 10 now, ball at the 20. Williams, quick give to Trotter. He's across the 15, carrying a slew of Pinto defenders. He's got it inside the 11-yard line, very close to a first down. That'll bring up second down and short. And boy, Trotter sure can carry those defenders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a force on both sides of the ball.
Number 72 for the Pinto. Gain of 9 on the play.
And again, Versailles back in the red zone.
Indeed, Williams now out of the gun. Takes a snap. It's going to be a design quarterback keeper. He's inside the 5, still on his feet, down to about the 3. It's going to be 1st and goal Tigers, and Kobe Williams having a nice opening quarter running the football.
That was a nice, nifty run there. He was zigzagging in between defenders for that nice gain of about 5 yards there.
Tigers will be able to let this clock run down as there's about a 4-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. Be interesting here with about 8 seconds on the clock, and it looks like they're going to try to get off one more play. Williams out of the gun, only 2 seconds to go. Just does get it off. The quarterback keeper, and he is
Ooh, there it is.
in the end zone for a touchdown. And the Tigers, on their 2018 homecoming game, find themselves up 12-0 here over California on the 1-yard run from quarterback Kobe Williams.
Yeah, the referees on that play, they had to think about that one for a minute.
Indeed, so we'll see an extra point attempt here from Matthew Lohr, and I can Or maybe they're going to see about a 2-point conversion and make it an even 14. Lohr missing his first extra point attempt. Thought he'd be eager to make up for that, but they've got the offense back out on the field. They're going to try to even it up at 14. Williams takes the snap. Quick hitter, and nice tackle. They were looking for Reynolds on the 2-point conversion, and in on the stop for California. That's number 72, Garrett Berger, the sophomore. So we're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
Welcome back to beautiful Andre J. Walton Sports Complex, where the Tigers in their homecoming matchup find themselves up 12-0 here. Hey, California going to have to get busy, and they're honoring a former team. I think that's the 1984 district championship team for the Tigers. And what's crazy about that, or maybe that's just the bus drivers, not sure, but we did want to mention tonight there was a moment of silence earlier in the game, and that was for one Dennis Whitehead. He was the longest tenured coach in the history of Versailles Tigers football. He was a coach for 9 years, from 82 to 90, a couple of district titles, and he took the Tigers deep into the playoffs in 1984. That was one of Versailles' best teams historically. They had Chris Anderson on that team. Well, Coach Whitehead lost his battle to cancer last month, so a moment of silence to him. We know you're looking down on us, Coach. Your memory is gonna live on here in Versailles forever. Of course, you talk about the longest tenured coach. A lot of young men's lives were impacted by Coach Dennis Whitehead, so rightfully so, the Tigers honored him with a moment of silence earlier tonight. Of course, in Versailles, the Apple Fest right around the corner. First weekend in October on Saturday, the old-time Apple Festival. Now Reynolds takes Parrish down to the ground at about the 40-yard line. We'll give him 3. That brings up 2nd down and 7. Dave, you ever been to the Apple Fest?
Never. I would like to go.
Let's make it happen this year.
I'm a big fan of apples. I actually am.
That's true. I know that's true because every time we get done with one of our workouts at the Freestyle Factory, you've always got a bag full of apples.
And you haven't, I think you think I'm going to poison you or something, or you're just allergic to them, but you won't eat my apples, Will.
Have you seen Snow White?
Yes.
Run on that down. Going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7 now for California. Well, let's make sure that we get out to the Apple Fest this year. We'll have Daniel come out, fly some drone. We'll shoot some footage and have ourselves a dandy old time at the Old Time Apple Festival.
I bet you they have apple butter.
Oh, they do.
Apple-flavored funnel cake. Apple-flavored funnel cake.
Is that true? Do they actually have that?
That's what I heard.
Oh, boy. So 3rd down and long now. Oliver in at quarterback. He's going to be under pressure, and he's going to be taken down. Bryson Reynolds, first man there with a quarterback sack. That's going to bring up 4th down and long, and California going to have to punt again. And how about Reynolds? Already a touchdown for the Tigers, big-time quarterback sack, and he's ripped off a couple of long runs for Versailles.
He's doing it on both ends again. It's amazing. Both teams have great two-way players. Looks like an interesting punt formation.
Well, it looks like someone started early, so they'll bump back 5 yards, and we'll play again. This game hasn't been too crazy so far. Nothing out of the ordinary that we didn't think we might see, considering California down so many guys, and Versailles sticking it to them early here, but Versailles actually jumped, so 5 yards awarded to California, and Meisenheimer still set to punt. Gets it off, another good punt. Fair catch called for by Espinosa at his 36. He makes it there, and that's going to be a 27-yard punt, and Versailles takes over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Well, right now, with just under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, you know, as time keeps ticking away, it's going to be more pressure on the California defense to stop these Versailles Tigers. Because we really haven't seen a whole lot on offense for the Pintos tonight. So maybe they're going to have to wait for a play from their defense to turn things around. I don't know.
Make sure during tonight's Kwik Car halftime show you guys don't go anywhere, because we are going to be broadcasting the homecoming coronation in its entirety right here during our halftime show. So we have that to look forward to. But first, Kobe Williams under pressure. He's going to roll out. He's got someone wide open, but he had already started running, and he's going to take it close to a first down up to about the 47-yard line. Be interesting where they spot this, and it is going to be a first down. Yeah, so Kobe Williams, and I saw, Dave, I don't know if you saw it, but streaking wide open Dallas Waller, but at that point in time, Williams already made up his mind, and still good for a first down, and the Tigers keeping the pressure on the Pintos.
Yeah, and he did a really impressive job of tiptoeing on the sideline there to pick up that first down. I mean, I honestly thought he could have been out 2-3 yards shy of the first. He did a good job to pick up that first down.
So 1st and 10 now. Empty backfield for Williams. Rolls, quick hitter. He's got Espinosa on the comeback route. Espinosa shakes his man. He's inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. And he's got a big gainer right there. We're going to give him 26 yards and a Tiger first down.
I love seeing that, Will. He did a little bit of shake and bake on that guy. Got a few extra yards. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, officially 25 yards on the completion. And I don't know why you wouldn't do that every time. They're soft coverage on the outside on both sides. Just that quick hitch route. It's going to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play after they catch the football. And Espinosa, we talked about him in the pregame. He is a playmaker. Empty backfield still for the Tigers. Hurry up offense. This time Williams calls his own number. He's going to be taken down. First man there, Garrett Berger for the Pintos. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 now. Boy, it seems like every time we have a California game, that Berger's name comes in some way, shape, or form.
Always. It has to.
And if they're not providing our meals for the game or sponsoring the game, it's one of their kids making plays.
Can we make a shameless plug right now since we're talking about burgers?
Oh, yeah, we can. Go ahead. Well,
Burgers,
Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday. Uh-oh, hold on.
Okay.
Williams now under pressure. He's going to be taken down. Big-time play for California with the stop. Nathan Pickering, the senior all-conference and all-district player a year ago, and that's going to back Versailles up to a 3rd and 17, and that's what California needed.
Yeah, Pickering with a great play. It looked like he came in untouched. Exactly what they needed.
See what Coach Silvers draws up on 3rd and 17. I do want to say, Dave, Coach Silvers has one of, if not the best coaching staffs across the Tri-County Conference. You talk about Coach Dusty Daniels, Aaron Allen, Bo Roseblock, and Tony Piercy. I'll tell you what, they got themselves a group of phenomenal mentors and leaders, and it's showing. 3rd and long now. In the flat, he's got his man, and Schroeder again unable to haul it in. He had a lot of green space out there, but he couldn't haul it in, so 4th and long now for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think he's taking his eye off the ball. You know, I think he's looking upfield before he even gets the ball in his hands, and that's, like you said, that's at least 3 times tonight where he almost had a sure thing.
All 4 tickets and the parking pass, the combined value is around $500.
And again, this Pinto defense, they'll take any help they can get.
Looks like Versailles is going to roll the dice. 4th and 17. 7:53 left in the opening period. Williams out of the gun. He's going to air it out. He has his man Espinosa, who's interfered with. The flag comes in, and that's going to give the Tigers excellent field position. And Dave, I'll tell you what Espinosa did very well there. He came back to the football, which caused the defender to interfere with them, and he sold it. Therefore, the laundry hits the field, and Versailles is going to be set up with prime-time field position, already up 12-0.
And again, that just shows the value of taking a shot down the field. This is twice tonight where we've had pass interference calls for first downs on a fourth down play.
So some subs here now for the Tigers. Espinosa and Waller coming off the field, as is Braden Morrison. So the big package now in for the Tigers. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers, the 19. They're back inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone.
I believe I passed by there on the way here tonight.
So it's not an automatic first down. The pass interference just...
What?
A 15-yard penalty. No, it's 4th and 17, so brings up 4th and 2, and that would explain why Versailles brings out the jumbo package. Trotter in the backfield with Williams. Takes the snap. He gives it to Trotter. He lowers his head. He's got the first down. Still running inside the 15, down to about the 10-yard line. Forward progress stopped at about the 10. He took the defenders another 4 yards down to the 7, but forward progress stopped at the 11-yard line. So an 8-yard carry for Michael Trotter on 4th and 2, and another Tiger first down.
That just reminds me of the old Chris Berman calls on Sports Center.
Whoop!
No. Usually when Mike Allstott had the ball, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah, I always think of Chris Berman and whoop. But Berman's got a lot of great calls.
Yes, yeah. Not only in football, and in baseball as well.
And you know the greatest quality about Chris Berman? He's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Oh.
Colby Williams out of the gun. Trotter in the backfield with him. He's going to get the carry, lowers his head. He swung back this time after a modest gain. We'll give him 2. Brings up 2nd down and 8 now for the Tigers.
Well, now Versailles has had success running and throwing the ball. More on the penalty side of throwing the ball, but
boy, this first half flying by. 6:45 left in the half. Of course, stay with us for a halftime tonight during our Kwik Car halftime show. We're going to broadcast the homecoming coronation in its entirety right here. So Williams now calls his own number, and nice play right there by big number 57 for California. Nathan Pickering once again grabbed a hold of him with one arm and held on for dear life, and he limited Versailles' Colby Williams to a gain of 3. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 6.
This is kind of a pivotal play here. They go up 3 scores.
And remember, Versailles is going to start the second half with the football as they won the toss and deferred. So an opportunity here to extend their already 12-0 lead. It's Colby Williams out of the shotgun. Michael Trotter lined up to his left. Watch Espinosa, top of your screen. He's looking that way on the quick hitter and broken up beautifully by Meisenheimer. And that's a battle we want to keep an eye on all night long. Meisenheimer, he's guarding best wideout for the Tigers, Espinosa, and he makes a nice defensive play there.
Yeah, and Williams put some heat on that ball. It was a great ball he threw.
Yeah, threw it into that coverage and taking an opportunity for Espinosa to make a play. Going to bring up 4th down and 5 from the 6, and California needs a stop in the worst way. Williams taking his time. The play clock winds down, and Versailles is going to burn a timeout. We're going to take a short commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
And we're back on the verge of watching the Tigers attempt a 4th and 5 from the 6-yard line. Kobe Williams out of the shotgun. He's got quad wide receivers. Espinosa by himself, bottom of your screen. Trip wide receiver, top of your screen. No one's on Espinosa. No one sees him lined up bottom of your screen.
Oh, now they do.
Now they see him last second. Williams under pressure. He's going to have to run for it, and he is going to get into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Kobe Williams once again making the Pinto defense pay.
What a nifty little run by that guy. I'm telling you what.
California had it defended, and they had it defended well. It was simply the athleticism and playmaking ability of one Kobe Williams allowing Versailles to extend this lead, and they now are up 18-0 here in their 2018 homecoming game against the California Pintos, and have a stoppage of play now. But boy, I'll tell you what, that kid can straight up play.
Yeah, he has a nose for the end zone, doesn't he?
We knew exactly where he needed to get, and even if he didn't get the touchdown, he certainly had the first down. So Versailles 18, California 0. We've got 5:09 left here in the opening half, and look at all the coaches waving at us. Oh, maybe they're giving signals to their coaches on top of the press box. I was like, hey, coach, here I am. Nice to see you, too. Oh, wait, he's not waving to me. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So Versailles out in front, 19-0. 5:20 left in the opening half of play. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
And we're back here on Lake TV where the Tigers looking sharp in their homecoming game, Dave, and through almost a quarter and a half of play. What do you think of Versailles?
I think they're really been showing that they're a solid team, about what we expected against kind of a wounded California Pinto team thus far. They're doing what they have to do, and I think it's a total team effort, I think, for Versailles. I mean, they're doing it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I also like the toughness from California. They've had some nice defensive plays, and they're not intimidated whatsoever. And down 3 scores, I don't think you tell a single California Pinto player this one's over without them coming back and saying, I don't think so.
No, and I think I said on the pregame show, California's strength of their team is the defense. There's no doubt about that.
And they've held tough so far, forcing Versailles playmakers to do just that, make some plays. Unfortunately for California, Versailles playmakers have done just that. Fielded at about the 16 by Schloop, but he's going to cut back across and then taken down. Trotter in on the stop. Also there for Versailles, big number 24 with the stop as well, and that's Max Coleman, the sophomore.
Number 12, Adrian Lemus Contreras, kick return.
So California now, 5.5 minutes to go here in the opening half. And Dave, you know, if you're Coach Michael Gregg here, just like we talked about, let's get a couple of first downs. Let's give our defense a break. And let's see if we can't catch one of the Tiger players napping and take a shot. Quick hitter up the middle, but Versailles, nothing doing, a minus gain of 2 on the play. Going to bring her up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, I think every time they get the ball, I think they should at least give it one shot throwing the ball down the field.
Got to give a big shout out to my #1 fan and Also, one of my favorite people on the face of the planet, one Stacy Jones, watching at home, and she said, my favorite TV broadcast is on. It's Lake TV high school football. So, Mama Jones, thanks for watching high school football on Lake TV. Freshman back in there at quarterback with the handoff for the Pintos. It's interesting seeing three guys at quarterback. This time, Kalen Kruger, the freshman, gives it to Parrish, and he's up to about the 33-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 2. Very manageable here for the Pintos.
Yeah, here, to keep the clock ticking like they are, they're going to have to go in some sort of hurry up. But I guess first things first, they got to convert this 3rd down.
So 3rd down and short. Here come the Cowbells. And nothing doing it. Schloop, but he is stopped dead in his tracks. First man there for the Tigers, big number 35, Dylan Spicer. Going to bring up 4th down, and I'll tell you what, Versailles, very sound tackling in the early going.
Yeah, they didn't have a chance on that play. I think Versailles' defense just overwhelmed the whole entire Pintos offense.
Got to give one more shout out before this 4th down play. Brian Leahy, another one of our favorite viewers, tunes in every week. And Brian Leahy, he's 55 years old, but that man's still playing ice hockey with the best of the best. 4th and short now. Inside give, it's Parrish. He has a 1st down across the 40 before being dragged down from behind by number 7, Dallas Waller, but very positive on 4th and short. Rolling the dice, Coach Michael Gregg, and it pays dividends. 1st and 10, California, ball at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Parrish was just running downhill, made one cut, and that earned him an extra 10 yards on that run there.
Yeah, great carry. 12 yards on the carry, had the 1st down, but then some, and 1st and 10, ball at the 45-yard line. California keeping Kruger in there. Typically, that means run situation. It's going to be an option. Kruger very wisely keeps it himself. He's going to be taken down. Nothing doing. Braden Morrison with the stop. Going to bring up 2nd down now. So 2nd down now. Parrish taken down once again. Michael Trotter in on the stop. That goes for about a half yard. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. And I'm not counting. We'll know at halftime how many tackles this young man has, but he has been in on about every defensive stop for the Tigers.
Yeah, we knew it. Like I said, pregame, we're going to be calling his name all night long.
I'll tell you
what.
what.
He hasn't disappointed.
3 of my favorite linebackers I've ever watched the high school level. One's going to have to be, of course, Austin Magnuson from Osage, but then you've got Devin Radcliffe, here for the Tigers a few seasons ago, and now Michael Trotter over the last 3 years as a sophomore was an all-conference, all-district selection, all-state a season ago, and he's been all over the place. So Riley Radaman, the stop on that one for the Tigers, another young man anchoring the line for the Tigers, and on 4th and 7, once again, California going to go for it. But that's a dangerous call because if you give Versailles a short field, they're going to capitalize. Oliver in at quarterback. Aired out, looking for his man, and Kobe Williams there knocks it away. Meisenheimer once again forced to turn into defender. He did a nice job, and actually that was the freshman in there at quarterback once again for California, Kalen Kruger. That's the first time we've seen him air it out, and that was a pretty pass.
Yeah, I thought Meisenheimer kind of gave up on it a little early. He was already in defense mode when he should have kept running through the route, and he gave up a little too early.
Yeah, we would have an opportunity to fall under that one and make a play on the ball, and actually it wouldn't have done the Pintos any injustice had they let Williams field that. That would have been kind of like a good punt. So out of the gun now. Kobe Williams after the turnover on downs. Play action. He's looking deep. He's got a man wide open. What a throw and what a catch. once again for the Tigers, hauling it in, Braden Morrison. And what a ball delivered by one Kobe Williams.
That was pretty. Boy, watching it up here from the booth, it was just a beautiful play.
It's good for 38 yards, but that is one play that truly showcases the incredible ability of one Kobe Williams. He's going to keep it now, little jump pass, intercepted in the end zone. Meisenheimer with a big-time interception for the Pintos, and what a stop for California, and they needed that, Dave.
Woo! Talk about great timing to make a play. This could have demoralized them going into halftime if they would have put another 6 up on them.
Yeah, and that's one that Kobe Williams has that one back. Probably just holds on to it, but tries a little jump pass, which looked cool, but the result's not exactly what Williams was looking for.
But with 55 seconds to go, do you try to go deep? Do you just kind of run the clock out? I don't know. I mean, they're on their own 20-yard line.
They've got 2 timeouts. I mean, you don't want to waste a minute, you know, because if you're down 1 score late in the game and you don't have the ball, you're sure as heck going to wish you would have forced the issue in this situation. Down 3 scores, I think you'd have to roll the dice here and try to throw the football.
And they got Meisenheimer out wide here.
Kruger now looking for his man, and oh, nice throw, just barely overshot his intended target. That's Trevor Myers, freshman to freshman. And remember that, because for years to come, that could be quite a connection. Kalen Kruger to Trevor Myers, and he was just about a yard too deep, but nice route run by Myers and a nice ball, just barely overthrown. So we bought our 50-50 or our raffle tickets, and Dave, if we win, we get 2 tickets and a parking pass to tomorrow night's Missouri at Georgia game. We can't go, but I'd love to gift them to somebody.
We can't?
Oh, I cannot. I've got a big-time concert. Get the Let Out tomorrow night at the Ozarks Amphitheater. Folks, if you have not seen this band, Get the Let Out, the American Led Zeppelin, they're going to be in Camdenton, Missouri tomorrow night. And if you're listening and you want tickets, if you send Facebook or Lake TV's Facebook page a message, we'll give you a pair of tickets. Go ahead and start sending those messages. We've got some tickets to give away. And if you're listening, we'd love to hook you up with some reserved seats for tomorrow night's show.
Now I think you've gone crazy.
I do what I can for the community,
Listeners,
Dave.
this is for real.
Mayday, mayday, we have no tickets. No, I'm kidding.
It's not the only thing we have to give away tonight, too, Will.
No, stay tuned during our Kwik Car halftime show. We've got our touchdown ticket trivia contest presented by Big Surf Water Park, where we'll ask you a trivia question about your hometown team, the Versailles Tigers. And when we ask that question during the halftime show, message us on Facebook your answer. Every correct answer will be put into a drawing on Monday. Winner takes home 4 all-day surfer passes for the 2019 season at Big Surf Water Park, and that's a $160 value. Boy, we sure are in the giving mood, aren't we, Dave?
We love to make people happy and smile, don't we, Will?
We sure do. So on 3rd and long, freshman quarterback tough nose run. Kruger close to a first down. They mark him at the 30. Now maybe back at the 29 and a half. It's going to bring up 4th down and short. And with 31 seconds remaining in the half, I think California goes. Although you do run the risk here. If you don't get it, boy, do you give Versailles good field position to tack on to this 19-point lead.
Yeah, and they're, super 10 yards probably away, 15 from a reasonable field goal attempt.
So we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere, folks. We've got the rest of this one on Lake TV after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
No.
And we're back on Lake TV for tonight's game of the week. It's our first trip and our last trip to Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri. But don't fret, we've got 2 more Tiger games on the broadcast schedule the rest of the way. So 4th down and short now. Kruger, he's got the first down across the 35 before being pushed out, so they get the clock to stop and they get a first down. So nice carry by Kruger.
Yeah, 26 seconds to go. What'd you say, 2 timeouts remaining?
1 timeout now.
1 timeout?
Actually, no. They've got both timeouts. It was Versailles who burned the timeout. So 26 ticks and a couple of clock stoppages should Coach Craig want it. Now there's Devin Radcliffe coming in the checkered. I bet he wishes he was out there playing still. I'll tell you what, he is hard-nosed. So Kruger now under pressure, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. I think he might have given up a little too early, but a nice run as Trotter takes him down at the 40 after a gain of 6. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4 in California now. Burns their 2nd timeout. We'll stay right here.
Wow.
Talk about other action around the Tri-County Conference. Of course, you know California's at Versailles. Osage, they're at home against Boonville. Boonville all over them, 28-0 early in the first half. Eldon, they have to host the undefeated first place Blair Oaks Falcons.
Oh, no.
I don't have an update on that one. And then Camdenton, they're at Hillcrest. Camdenton 3-1, Hillcrest 1-3. Try to keep you updated on those scores. Of course, next week we'll have Eldon at California as our game of the week. Versailles, they're going to be right here to play the very tough Boonville team. Osage, they're going to play host to Southern Boone, and it sounds like Osage struggling.
Yeah, after that first win of the season on our season opening broadcast, you know, they look like they might have had, you know, a little something going for them, but apparently they haven't had as much luck after the game 1.
Well, they won week 3 and we're 2-1, but they lost last week and they're losing right now big. So Coach Devin Johnson's squad on the verge of going 2-3. Kruger now, nice job to elude the guys. He's still making plays and then taken down from behind by big number 17, Bryson Reynolds.
That's going to do it.
And that's going to conclude our first half of play after 2 quarters in the books. The Versailles Tigers 19, the California Pintos 0. We'll be back with our Kwik Car halftime show and the Versailles homecoming coronation ceremony after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
You are the one!
Welcome back, folks, to our Kwik Car halftime show right here on Lake TV. And thank you to our sponsor, Kwik Car. We are going to bring you guys the entire coronation ceremony tonight from Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri. All the girls looking lovely and all the guys looking very dapper in their tuxedos. So Kylie Hutchinson, your first candidate here. Kylie's a princess candidate. Kylie Hutchinson, she's a freshman. She's also the daughter of Christina Hutchinson, who is the director of marketing with Naughty Cantina and Mermaid Cove, and got to talk with them today out there. Things going very, very well, and they're going to be having their end-of-year bash coming up, so stay tuned for information
Our sophomore
on
princess
that.
candidate is Miss Sydney Caves
I feel bad. I don't know who the prince was with her.
of Laura Davis.
Our
Sydney is
second
active in
princess
Beta
candidate
Club
is sophomore
and competitive
Sydney
dance and
Case.
gymnastics at Hawthorne Dance and Gymnastics in Versailles. Sydney's future plans are to pursue a degree in nursing. Sydney is
going
escorted
to
this evening by
pursue a degree
sophomore
in
Josh
nursing.
Leak,
You hear PA
son
announcer
of
Ryan
Kathy
Merritt
Andrews,
announcing all
and
that.
Todd
I don't know
Leak.
if you guys at home can hear the PA
Miss
announcer, so
Sydney
I'm trying to
Case.
reiterate this. But if you can, I'm sorry about the redundancy of my broadcast.
The junior princess candidate this evening is Miss Josie Radcliffe. Josie is the
Our
daughter
junior
of Sydney
princess
Andrews
candidate this
and
evening
Jeff
is
Bain.
Josie Radcliffe.
Josie is a member of the varsity volleyball team and is junior class secretary. Josie's future plans are to attend college. Josie is escorted by junior Austin Zalecki, son of Jason
So the junior
and
escort,
Jenny
Austin
Zalecki.
Zolecki, and I do apologize for missing the
Miss Josie
escort
Radcliffe.
that was with Kylie Hutchinson. For those of you watching, I did not catch his name.
Our first senior queen candidate this evening is Miss Kellen Bain. Kellen is the daughter of Kristen Lee and Jeff Bain. Kellen is a member of the varsity volleyball team, German club, FCA, history club, and the Mathletes. She is student council president, National Honor Society president, Beta Club vice president, and DECA vice president. Kellen's future plans are to attend the university and major in architectural engineering. Kellen is escorted by senior Andrew Clemens, son of Kelly White and David Clemens. Miss Kellen Bain. The second senior candidate this evening is Miss Haley Burnett. Haley is the daughter of Candace Parker. Haley is a member of Chamber Choir, National Honor Society, Beta, DECA, History Club, Yearbook, and is secretary of the senior class. Haley's athletic activities include varsity softball, basketball, and track. Haley's future plans are to become an athletic trainer. Haley is escorted by senior Ori Bartlett, son of Heather and John Bartlett. Miss Haley Burnett. Our third senior candidate and reigning 2017 homecoming princess is Miss Reagan Broderson. Reagan is the daughter of Lisa and Dale Broderson. Reagan is the senior class president. Her school activities include Sons and Daughters of History Club, Chamber Choir, Beta Club, National Honor Society, and yearbook staff. Reagan is also the baseball manager. Reagan is escorted this evening by senior Kyle Rainey, son of Crystal Rainey and Sam Rainey. Miss Reagan Broderson. This year's Princess Crown attendants are Jana Hibden and Kyler Yoder. Jana is the daughter of Joey and Becky Hibden and is in Miss Nolting's first grade class. Jana likes to ride her new horse Dixie, spend time with her family and friends, especially her new baby brother, Rhett. When Jana grows up, she wants to be a horse trainer. Kyler is the son of Kyle and Miranda Yoder and is in Miss Williams' first grade class. In his free time, Kyler likes to play with his cousin, sister, and the best friend Gus. He enjoys to go to sprint car races and watching American Ninja Warrior and climbing and swinging like those ninjas. When Kyler grows up, he wants to be a carpenter and the next top Ninja Warrior. Kyler would like to wish a big happy 31st birthday and shout out to his dad this evening. This year's Queen attendants are Lainey Garber and Lucas Loganville. Lainey is the daughter of Mark and Ashley Garber and is a first grader in Mrs. Penske's class. Lainey likes playing with her little sister and brother, playing with her dogs, and swinging. When Lainey grows up, she wants to be a veterinarian. Lucas Loganville is a son of Brandon and Carrie Loganville and is a first grader in Miss Nolting's class. Lucas enjoys drawing and camping. He also enjoys playing with his cousins and sister Kaya. When Lucas grows up, he wants to be a corporate Walmart employee in Bentonville, Arkansas. Last year's 2017 homecoming queen is Miss Hope Heimsaw. Hope is the daughter of Joy and Robert Dock and Chris Heimsaw. Hope is a 2018 graduate and currently attending the University of Missouri and is on the track for pre-med. Hope is escorted tonight by 2018 graduate Tyler Dobbins. Taylor is the son of Veronica and Travis Dobbins. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 homecoming princess is Miss Josie Radcliffe.
Congratulations to Josie Radcliffe on winning 2018 Homecoming Princess here in Versailles. Great camera work on the field by Daniel Carnahan. We may not need Andrew. The switching has been brilliant so far tonight by Ricky in the truck.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 homecoming queen is Miss Haley Burnett.
So Haley Burnett takes home the 2018 Homecoming Queen honors. Pretty neat. You see her get crowned. Of course, there'll be lots of photo opportunities, and something as a high school student you really love stuff like this, especially when you're on, the winning end. So now we're going to go right into our Kwik Car halftime show. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back with that after this. That one.
Want a dock that will withstand the wakes from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 30 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 30 years.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
It's time for the Kwik Car halftime show. Here's William and Dave.
Now we got it in just in time. We were posing for a quick photo here during our Kwik Car halftime show, and Dave, Versailles up 19-0 and in control of this one through one half of play.
Yeah, it's not to be unexpected. Before the game, we expected California to struggle with all their injuries, new quarterbacks, plural, And Versailles has just done what they're supposed to do. They've taken care of business thus far. And so basically their job in the second half is to protect their lead and just cruise through the second half, no mistakes, and hopefully end up with a victory tonight.
Yeah, it was a big play, though, to end the first half with the Alex Meisenheimer interception preventing Versailles from extending that already 19-point lead, and that's why we're only at 19-0. And Versailles, they're going to get the ball to start the second half of play, but you can't say enough about a big stand there for California's defense.
Yes, and they're going to need it again and again and again probably here in the second half. Most importantly, with that first possession that Versailles is going to get. So if they can stop them on the first possession, that's hopefully that they can get the ball back and actually do something with it. And then they'll have a totally new ball game.
Yeah, and if you're Versailles, you're up 19-0. You want to keep your foot on that gas pedal because anything can happen in high school football. So don't think you've got this one won and start playing conservative. I say keep your foot on the gas pedal and let your quarterback air it out. Sometimes when you're a team like Versailles and you got a lot of weapons in football, like the Versailles Tigers do on offense, you want to try some new things. The second half is going to give them an opportunity to air the ball out and try some things against this California defense. And up 19-0, it gives you an opportunity to be a little more creative than if it were a closer game.
Well, and to retry some of those plays that were so close. A lot of those flare-out passes to the running backs out of the backfield, they were going to be big gainers, and we just had some bad hands on a few of those balls. So they keep going at it and keep trying some of those same plays. They're going to have success.
Yeah, we're going to look at some numbers through the first half. Passing the football, Kobe Williams, he was 4 of 11 for 83 yards. He had that one interception to end the half. Hunter Oliver, he's 0 for 1. Kalen Kruger, 0 for 3. So not a lot of completed passes on the night. We've seen 15 passes and only 4 completions. Rushing the football for California, Friedmeier comes in 7 carries, 23 yards. Schloop has 5 for 14 on the other side for the Tigers. Kobe Williams, 8 carries, 36 yards. That's only 4.5 yards a carry. But more importantly, he's got 2 touchdowns and a big one on that 4th and 5.
Yeah, and that, like I said, you get him down the goal line, he's got a nose for it, and he, like you said, he doesn't have crazy numbers or crazy average, but he knows how to get the ball in the end zone.
When he needs that first down or needs that yard for a score, more times than not, Williams delivers. Michael Trotter's got 5 carries for 30 yards. Bryson Reynolds, 2 carries for 20 yards and a score, and Dallas Waller has a carry for 2 yards. Receiving, 4 players have a catch. Braden Morrison, Wyatt Espinosa, Dallas Waller, and Peyton LaFoy, all with catches so far tonight. And defensively, we've seen Michael Trotter. He's got 7 tackles, 2 for a loss. You've also got Bryson Reynolds with 4 tackles, Riley Radaman with 4 tackles. Versailles all over the place, and even a couple of sacks in there. Bryson Reynolds has one of those, and then one split by Bryson Reynolds and Michael Trotter. So Reynolds a sack and a half, and I'll tell you what, Versailles' intensity on the defensive side of the ball is one that could really give any team in this Tri-County Conference a run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely they can. And not only their defense, but their offense is equally as talented and explosive. And they can be explosive. They've had so many close calls here. And if they can just get over that little hump and squeeze in a few of those inches that they almost missed a couple of those passes, they could be really a big team to contend with in the conference.
Yeah, one thing I want to keep an eye on in this second half is I've actually been very impressed with what I've seen from Kalen Kruger, number 9 for the Pintos, the freshman quarterback. Yeah. He's a freshman. He's come in there. He was thrown into the fire, but he's thrown a couple of nice balls. He's had one just out of the outstretched arms of a would-be receiver, and this is a freshman throwing to freshmen and sophomores. I think this second half, if you're Coach Michael Gregg, you don't say we got to go win this ball game, but you have small victories and goals for the half of football. We want to get this many first downs. We don't want to get shut out. And I want to see Kalen Kruger with his first career touchdown pass. If he can grab these reins as the quarterback and he gets the rest of this season to kind of just throw the football and learn the offense and work with these younger classmen, it's going to bode very, very well for Coach Michael Gregg's staff and this team moving forward.
Yes, and when Kruger has dropped back the few times that he has had some time to get rid of the ball. Yeah. So he's had time to throw it, and so we'll see what happens in the second half, as always. And if they can give him time, I think he can deliver a good ball down the field. We have seen that. They just haven't connected with it.
That's Dave Glendenning. I'm William Holtz. You've seen your homecoming coronation tonight. We've played a half of football, and now that's going to conclude tonight's halftime show presented by Kwik. Don't go anywhere, folks. Following this commercial break, we've got the second half of action after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik, Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Homes, Veracruz, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Pamela Johnson with H&R Block in Versailles, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Back here on Lake TV, and one thing we did not include in our halftime show is our touchdown ticket trivia presented by Big Surf. So go ahead with the graphic as you see. When's the last time the Versailles Tigers beat the California Pintos? You have to message your answer to the Lake TV Facebook page. On Monday, we will take all the people that had the correct answer and we will randomize their names into a drawing, with the winner receiving 4 all-day surfer passes to Big Surf for the 2019 season, and that holds a retail value of $160. Again, when's the last time the Versailles Tigers beat the California Pintos? Send your answer to us on Facebook. Good luck. Thanks for participating, and a big shout out to Big Surf for sponsoring this awesome giveaway, the touchdown ticket trivia presented by Big Surf Water Park.
And let's be clear, Will. As of 8:23 p.m. tonight, the 21st, when was the last time?
Good call. Good call. And we have a couple shout outs here to give. Want to give a shout out to our friends watching at home. We've got the Randall family. Tony Randall and her husband Steve, they got a sick little girl at home. They're watching from home and they commented on the feed, so thanks for watching. Renee Roller, Brandy Hibden Davis, Heather Michelle Bartlett, Annette Smith Rager, John Embry, Tim Schmidt, Rachel McGarry. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Glad to bring you live high school football throughout the 2018 season all across mid-Missouri. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our sponsors. We've got Como Connect, we've got Kwik, we've got Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Sacaleras Ford in Versailles, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Homes, Veracruz, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Inc. in California, the WH Media Group, Pamela Johnson with H&R Block in Versailles, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics. Make sure you guys visit our sponsors, spend money with them. They're sponsoring high school football, so you guys get to watch live high school football from the comfort of your home, car, hotel, wherever you might be. The opening kickoff flies out of bounds, and not a wonderful start here for the Pintos. They kick it out of bounds, and that's going to be illegal procedure, and it's going to be first down Tigers with outstanding starting field position.
So I guess we're going to re-kick it here.
Yeah, I think I like the move by Versailles. Have them back up yardage and try to re-kick, and this could be even better field position than the 40-yard line. I think I like that call, Dave. What do you think?
You know, it could go either way, to be honest with you.
I mean, they're going to get it 1st and 10 at the 40, but instead they're going to make them re-kick from their own 35. So let's see if this one pays off. So good kick this time. Fielded at about the 23, and his knee was down when he caught it. Bryson Reynolds. So that backfires on Versailles. They're going to actually lose 17 yards of field position, but really Reynolds just didn't read it well. And California, the beneficiary of that one.
Yeah, Reynolds just grazed his knee as he was attempting to catch that ball.
And we do have an update on Camdenton at Hillcrest. Camdenton all over the Hornets. They're up 55 0. They
gotta
scored
be
right
kidding me.
before the half.
Wow.
And the Lakers well on their way to improving to 4-1. We're going to try to see what we can do. If that Camden Laker team makes it to the district championship game, we've got to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Just in case, you know, one Ryan Neal or Douglas Starkey's listening from the district of Camdenton, do what you've got to do to allow us broadcast from the district of Camdenton.
Please.
You're much nicer than I used that for the first 2 years, and it didn't get me anywhere. So I forego the please and thank you when it comes to that situation.
Well,
I'm
still on that stage, Will.
Anyway, 2nd down and 8. Williams out of the gun. Trotter in the backfield with him. Hand off to Trotter. He's got a big hole across the 40. Still going across the 40 now. Inside the 30. Finally taken down from behind at the 19-yard line. 49-yard run for Michael Trotter. And oh, baby, Versailles in business.
Yeah, that was a heck of a run. Trotter did a great job of covering up the football and making sure no one could strip it out of his hands. And then when he had to, he turned the burners on and let it loose down the field.
Absolutely. You saw him protecting the football, like you said. I mean, but those legs kept moving, and he was a tough guy to tackle. Williams now looks across to his left. Now flushed. He's going to throw into the end zone, and Espinosa there for the touchdown from 18 yards. Kobe Williams finds Wyatt Espinosa. And what a job by Williams to extend the play, hold it to the last second, and he had Espinosa wide open.
Yes, and we called it pregame. Espinosa's done a heck of a job tonight from the wide receiver position.
That's his 2nd catch. This one of the 18-yard variety. That's his 4th touchdown catch of the season. And Versailles all over California. They lead 25-0. The extra point attempt is up, and it looks good, and it is. So Versailles out in front, 26-0 over the Pintos. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's
And we're back here on Lake TV. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're just moments away from Rolling with Ross segment on Lake TV. Our head production assistant and director of operations here, Ross Reinhardt, is going to join me. Talk about football around the area. We'll talk about the Camden Lakers up 55-0 over Hillcrest. Ross, I don't know if you heard, but I called them out in Camden saying, hey, let us do the district championship game if you guys get there. I called out to one Ryan Neal and one Douglas Starkey. Let us broadcast your kids, please. So now set to kick for the Tigers is a short kick, fielded about the 36-yard line. Nice return out across the 40. The kick by Matthew Lohr and return by Spencer Mezzarelli, the junior.
Yeah, really at this point, 26-0, 11:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. Goes without saying, every possession is crucial here.
Well, I mean, you're probably not going to come back and win the game. I mean, and not that it's impossible, but just the way the cards stack up, you got to set little goals like we talked about. You got to find a way to score. So back in at quarterback, Meisenheimer calls his own number. He has good yardage across midfield and thrown down really close to late, but ball's at midfield. They're going to spot it at the 49. That's going to go for a 7-yard gain and bring up 2nd down and 3. I like the way Meisenheimer runs with the football.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He actually carried a couple Tiger defenders for a couple yards into that run. I mean, a lot of people just go right out of bounds. That kid, he forced the Tigers to finish the play.
Yeah, he certainly welcomes contact. So 2nd down and short now. Meisenheimer out of the gun. He's going to give it to Parrish. now who looks back, Friedmeier rather, and he's going to be tripped up. The ball squirts out. Luckily for California, Johnny on the spot, number 55, Gabe Bailey, the senior.
That was interesting. Friedmeier handed the ball off, and then he automatically became the lead blocker and continued to pancake block the first Tiger he saw. But it was all for naught because the rest of the Tiger defense got in there for the tackle.
Yeah, but nice job by Meisenheimer. You love seeing that quarterback get out there for that lead block.
He's not your average quarterback either.
No, Meisenheimer not typically playing quarterback for the Pintos, but called into duty tonight due to the injury of one Alex Curran. So it'll be interesting what they call here. It's false start against California, and it looked like the motion of Versailles caused California to start early, but false start against California, 3rd and 8 now. Ball at California's 44-yard line. 10 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. So 3rd down and 8. Meisenheimer is going to be that quarterback run again. He's across midfield, lowers his head inside Versailles territory, down to the 37-yard line. We're going to give him 19 yards and a big-time Pinto first down, and another nice run by Alex Meisenheimer.
Meisenheimer is getting on a roll here. Look out.
Nice job by the left side of the Pinto line there, too, to control that point of attack and spring Meisenheimer for that big run, because he had a gaping hole on that left side, and you could attribute that to Versailles not thinking they're going to run the football on 3rd down, but nonetheless, it's Meisenheimer for 19 and a big first down. Direct snap to Schloop, the freshman. He's going to be taken down after about a 4-yard gain. First man there for the Tigers, once again, Michael Trotter. Also in on the stop, number 72, Riley Radman.
Yeah, Schloop, the freshman, getting a little playing time tonight. We were kind of expecting to see him to get some touches tonight.
We got Trevor Myers, Drake Schloop, and Kalen Kruger, all freshmen. Speaking of Kruger, he gets the carry, and he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, it's Radman, Riley Radman in on the stop. That's a tackle for a loss. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is just a nice setting for football. You can see the Dollar General and, of course, our favorite stop in Versailles, Veracruz, be making our...
Arriba, ande, iba. Veracruz.
Oh, nice. And that's going to be a false start. Everybody but the center started to play, and that's a problem.
Did you think I was having a seizure, Will?
Oh, you were getting awful excited. I mean, I'm also excited about the white queso dip and burrito caliente, the signature burrito, French fries, steak, white queso dip. Oh,
I'm so happy you didn't mention it in the first half, really. I really appreciate that.
I got to go.
And it's very convenient for us. As soon as we leave here,
we're there.
We're there.
Jose and his crew do a great job.
Jose is going to have a big table for us.
Never had a bad meal at Veracruz. 3rd and 12 now. Kruger, nice pocket. Now it collapses, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 44-yard line. First guy there for the Tigers, Dallas Waller with the quarterback sack.
And again, Versailles defense swarming the football.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th and long, and I think, unfortunately for California, they're going to be forced to punt. If it was 4th and 10, you may roll the dice, but
yeah,
4th and 14, just not a ton of plays in your playbook for California. So the punt, it's a good one. Fair catch called for and made by Espinosa at his own 14, but nice punt by Dawson Gump. The sophomore in Versailles has it 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line, and this is as far as Versailles has been backed up in their own end all night, as far as I can remember.
Yeah, they've had the luxury of a short field from the first possession on tonight. Will that make a difference in their offense? We'll see. I highly doubt it.
So Williams,
wow, 4
empty
wide.
backfield. He's going to throw a bomb. He's got his man. It's Wyatt Espinosa who hauls it in at the 41-yard line. They actually mark him down at the 42. But that's going to be good for 43 yards and a first down.
I'll tell you what, Meisenheimer's been doing a lot of running tonight. He was step by step with Espinosa on that play. Just couldn't make a play on the ball.
What a throw again by
was.
Kobe Williams. I knew he was going to air it out. They took a shot on first down.
Yeah, they spread that Pinto defense out with those 4 wide receivers, and I don't think they were really ready for it.
No, that first down play works, and it works to the tune of a 43-yard hookup from Kobe Williams and his favorite target, Wyatt Espinosa. 1st and 10 now, Tigers. Williams to throw once again into the flat, looking for Bryson Reynolds, and overshoots his target. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, to me it seems like that's first incompletion he's thrown in a little while.
Second down and 10 now, ball the 42-yard line.
And we haven't really mentioned the weather tonight. It's just perfect night for football.
I like that little bit of fall breeze, that little bit of chill. It does make for perfect football weather. 2nd down and 10 now. Williams takes the snap, looks to his left into the flat. He's got Schroeder, who hauls it in. He's across the 35, still going all the way down to the 26-yard line. That's good for 16 yards and another Tiger first down.
And that's that play there, Will, that they kept going to over and over again in the first half and just couldn't hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, wonderful camera work on the near sideline by Daniel Carnahan, bringing the action right into your living room. Great job, Daniel, on the near sideline. So 1st and 10 now on the Tigers. They've got weapons on every side of the football, and they're looking to go up big here with 6:19 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Williams now steps up, looks into the flat, coming back for it's Espinosa who makes a move. He's inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line. We'll give him 14 yards and another Tiger first down, and Kobe Williams starting to move right into a groove here in the second half. He's completed 4 of his last 5 passes on the night.
You can just tell the confidence oozing through him right now. You know, he had such confidence when he dropped back and threw that ball.
And how about the route and also the play made by Wyatt Espinosa once catching the football? It would appear he's just going to go out of bounds, and he turns back inside upfield and gets some yards after the catch. So 1st down and 10 now, ball at the 11-yard line. Ball inside the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. Kobe calls his own number, and for the 3rd time tonight, Kobe Williams uses his legs to score the football, and the Tigers in control of this one. They're up 32-0 with 5:36 left in the 3rd quarter.
Touchdown Williams. We've been saying that a lot tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, so far.
Like I said, I mean, every time they get close to the goal line, he's got a nose for it, and they just give him the ball, and he takes care of the rest.
He's got 3 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown so far tonight. It's been his night. Bad play on the extra point attempt for Versailles, and that's something they're going to want to get straightened out. But nonetheless, 5:36 left in the 3rd quarter. It's all Tigers, 32-0. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Veracruz, there you have it, folks, and we're back here. And with 5:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Again, it's Versailles Tigers 32, the California Pintos, a big donut, 0. Hopefully here, the Pintos can get something going so they can actually build on build on it and work all the way next week in practice because they really haven't done a whole lot tonight on offense, Will.
Yeah, Meisenheimer's run the football a couple of times down the field, but they just cannot convert when it matters most. Short kick, bounces at the 25 and takes a Tiger bounce. Michael Trotter very nearly recovers the kick. And I think Versailles, no, it's recovered by the Pintos. Number 12 this time for California. We got a little extracurricular activity going on now, and rightfully so in a 32-0 ball game. You get guys on the field competing, the testosterone going. I'm surprised we don't see it more at the high school level.
Yeah, but they know there are consequences to those actions, not only from their coaches, but from the parents and
the district, maybe Misha.
Yes.
Everyone tells me I say that wrong. It's not Misha, it's Misha. Missouri State High School Activities Association. What is it, Dave?
Sure.
Nice run on first down. That Schloop takes it up to the 42-yard line. And promising start to this Pinto drive, 11 yards on the legs of the freshman Schloop. So first down, Pintos.
So to answer your question, Misha sounds better.
I thought Misha sounds better.
How about we just rename it Misha, at least for our purposes.
Sounds
Everyone
good.
else can call it whatever they want. I
Make
don't
sure
care.
their director of public relations and communications, Jason West, doesn't hear this and correct us.
Well, I'll send him an email Monday.
Ooh, Trotter in the backfield. No, sir-e. The handoff went this time from the tailback position. Kalen Kruger and Michael Trotter, his 4th tackle for a loss tonight. That's his 13th of the season. And Michael Trotter well on his way to another all-state campaign. I'll tell you what, when you got a guy like that anchoring your defense from the linebacker position, it allows guys like Braden Morrison. It allows guys, this whole defense gets an opportunity to make plays, and it starts with Trotter. Schloop now tries to reverse field, and he's going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage by the entire Tiger team, minus Coach Silvers.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking that at this point in the game, what is going to motivate the Versailles Tigers on homecoming night?
Stats.
Well, not only that. Well, yes, the score. Basically, I would be playing for a shutout right now.
Absolutely.
You know, let's shut this team out. Not on our field, not on homecoming, not ever.
Here's Oliver now looking deep and almost intercepted Kobe Williams, his 3rd pass breakup of the night.
I believe Espinosa was the defender on that play. He knocked it out of Williams' hands.
Yeah, that was a play. Could have been an interception, but as a defender, all you know, make sure they don't catch the football. He's playing the football brilliantly. Nice play, unfortunately, for the Tigers. It probably takes away a sure Kobe Williams interception. So 4th and 14 now. Into punt once again. It's Dawson Gump, the sophomore.
Ooh.
And that one's blocked in there. And then fielded and absolutely waylaid. Friedmeier nailed Tiger. That's number 17, Bryson Reynolds. But Reynolds, he fields the block punt, and the Tigers get great field position. 1st and 10, 39-yard line of the Pintos. We talked about Tessier earlier. Gage Tessier with a blocked punt, but boy, did Friedmeier lay the wood on that one.
What I like to say in times like that, he's going to feel that in the morning. Better him than me.
Yeah, that was a hit, but it works out for the Tigers. Reynolds holds on, and 1st and 10 now, and the Tigers look to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Into the flat, Espinosa. Quick swing, makes the first guy miss, and the second one, and look at Espinosa go. He's got first down yardage inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. What a catch. What a play after the catch. First down, Tigers, and that's his 5th catch of the night.
Gain of 10, first down, TIG.
Espinosa having himself a ball game tonight, as is Kobe Williams.
He's a complete receiver, I'm telling you.
Fakes the handoff to Trotter as Williams throws across the field looking for Waller, but throws it at his feet, falls incomplete, but that play had some opportunity for another big-time gainer for the Tigers, but falls harmlessly to the turf. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now. So 3:19 left in the 3rd quarter of play. Williams out of the gun, 4 wide receivers. Waller in motion, he's going to get the carry. He's got some room now inside the 15. He's all the way inside the 10 and down to about the 10 exactly, actually 19 yards on Dallas Waller's 2nd carry. That's going to bring up 1st down and 10, and now the Tigers back inside the Crown Powered Equipment red zone. 1st and goal now for the Tigers. Ball's at the 10-yard line. Actually, they spot it at the 8. So, big-time play for Waller and 1st down and goal Tigers.
Back in familiar territory.
Waller once again in motion. They go back to it. Waller outside and inside the house. Touchdown, Dallas Waller, and the Tigers up 38-0 here in their annual homecoming game. And Waller, he got a nice gainer on the last carry. Why not go right back to it? And Coach Silvers does, and it works brilliantly.
That was smart play calling, that whole drive. Just kept with him. If it was working, make him stop you.
Nothing cute about that. Lure in to attempt the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it falls short. Gonna bring up a kicking situation for the Tigers, but Versailles in control this one. They lead 38-0. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV.
We are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
Back. Versailles set to kick it away in control. This one now joined by head production assistant Ross Reinhardt. And Ross, what a night it's been for Versailles in their annual homecoming game.
They are using all of their weapons this evening, and they're definitely giving Kobe Williams an opportunity to showcase his arm for sure. Give him some opportunity to see what they can do in a game that, if they were down, we know he can throw the ball.
Schloop fields it at the 20. Off the leg of Dallas Waller, and Schloop shows nice return ability. He's up close to the 40-yard line. In on the stop for Versailles, it's Adam Radcliffe, freshman, and that's the younger brother of former linebacker Devin Radcliffe. Adam's going to be a big-time playmaker in Coach Silver's program for the next 3 years.
So that's one thing I've noticed about this game in general for both teams. Both teams have some very good underclassmen coming up, so they're going to be a good team on both sides moving up through the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, you look at this Tiger team, and there are a lot of juniors in there playing and even some sophomores. So California going to burn a timeout. We're going to stay right here with you on Lake TV. And Ross, I'll tell you what, it has been an awesome season so far for us here at Lake TV covering high school football. We don't get to cover Camdenton, unfortunately, but the Lakers, they're having a heck of a season.
They are putting up some numbers. They have a lot of playmakers in there, and the same with them. They're killing it right now. They're putting up all kinds of numbers, but they've also got a lot of underclassmen, some juniors, and even a couple sophomores that are really getting out there and doing their thing. So it's good to see them in those games like last week, 77. You know, they were able to put those sophomores out on the field, and they've got some definite talent for the next several years. So it's going to be a top-notch program for a while here.
Yeah, you look at the rich history of that program in Camdenton, 5 state championships, 30-some district championships, and I mean the Shore name, obviously, an incredible name, but they've got a great staff there in Camdenton. You look at Machino, you look at some other guys, you look at
Schaefer
as well. You also look at who's the former quarterback that's now on the staff there. Daniel is his first name. He was here as a Versailles coach. He was the quarterback when they won the state title back in '05.
That was before I was a Laker.
Okay.
I had a late start to my Lakerisms.
I feel awful because I could see his face, and I worked with him when he was here at Versailles, but they've got a good staff, needless to say,
all the way through.
in Camdenton. Now back here to Versailles, where California trying to get off the snide. They want to score the football. It's Kruger with the give to Friedmeier. He lowers his head, but you notice this Versailles defense, they are quick to corral around the football.
They are quick in every way. This is one of the fastest reacting teams that we've seen all season. Their front line is blasting off the ball every single time, and they've had a couple offsides, neutral zone infractions because of it. But they definitely blast off the ball every single time, and they get to the ball wherever it is.
So 3rd down and short now. California trying to convert and keep their offense on the field. It's Oliver with the rare carry, and he's going to have first down yardage as he works his way to midfield. We'll give him 4. Been interesting to see what California's done from that quarterback position. You've seen Oliver, you've seen Kruger, you've seen Meisenheimer, but you've also seen all 3 of those guys out of the tailback position. So it's been an interesting mix of offensive play calling for Michael Gregg, but you got to be creative. He's down a lot of guys, and you know, in games like this, you just got to keep churning.
Yeah, they don't. They're not. They. You don't think they have a lot of depth, but seeing these 3 guys tonight, they've definitely done so.
Carry up the middle. This time, Schloop has about 4 yards, and my good friend Leanne Brum, listening, reminded me it's Daniel Edson that I'm thinking of. He's a quarterback, great coach. Tell you what, when he was here at Versailles, the kids really responded to Coach Edson. I really was, advocate for him to get the head coaching position here in basketball, but it didn't work out. He ended up going back to Camdenton, and I know that he's happy to be back home, and they're very happy to have him. Blown up in the backfield once again. It was Friedmeier on the carry, and first man there for the Tigers. That's number 19, Peyton LaFoy. We've called his name a handful of times. Now, Ross, I wanted to say, stay right here as have a timeout called. You look at this Tiger roster. Braden Morrison, you've called his name 100 times, junior. You see Dallas Waller, junior. Adam Ratcliffe, freshman. Kobe Williams, junior. Gabe Ryerson's going to be a big-time playmaker, freshman. Bryson Reynolds, junior. Peyton LaFoy, junior. Max Coleman, sophomore. I mean, the list goes on and on. Lore's a junior. I mean, they're going to return such a big part of this core. I mean, it's going to be impressive. They are going to lose the services of Michael Trotter, Wyatt Espinosa, Colby Boykert. But if you're Versailles, you really got to feel good as you're on your way to go to 3-2. And, the nice thing is about this, the nucleus from this team is going to return next year. That could prove to be a very, very tough Versailles team next season as well.
Absolutely. That's the big difference between these schools, the Versailles, the California, even the Osage, than others that we've covered in the past. Nice hit.
Big time hit. It's a little guy too, number 26 on Friedmeier. Hate to cut you off. That's Cole Vebrock, the freshman. Boy, that's a big ball carrier to go and lower the head and take him down like that. But he certainly put his helmet on the ball, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 5 now.
Fearless. Yeah, but what I was saying is these guys, they graduate, several key players, but not as many as some of the bigger schools that kind of have to start over each year.
Look at that carry. That's going to be a first down on second effort, or was he stopped shy? He was stopped shy, I think. Garcia in on the carry, and I think that's going to be a 4th down stop. It was 4th and 4, and California decides to run the ball, hoping to catch Versailles off guard. And we're about to find out whether or not they did. But based on the way I'm looking at it, Ross, they look about 6 inches short.
Yeah, it definitely looks short. And you've got another one of those underclassmen that was in on that, Gabe Lehman. He's been in on several.
Yeah, he sure has been, Ross. So that's going to bring up first down and 10 for the Tigers on the turnover and downs. And right now, they're pitching this shutout. And I'll tell you what, got to like what you've seen from Versailles because, yes, they came in feeling like they might be the favorite in their homecoming, but they've really executed on all phases of the game.
Yeah, every aspect. They've been out there. They've got rushing touchdowns. They got passing. They've got defense controlling the ball and special teams. They've not allowed any huge returns or any flubs on that. So they've been doing good all the way through. Very good coaching, very good teamwork, making sure that they're all together.
I agree with you. Now we're going to have another timeout on the field, so we're going to take a commercial break, but don't go anywhere, folks. When we come back, we've got more high school football on Lake TV.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
At Spielers, we make sure you are the one. Come in today and save big on a brand new Jeep during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit us in California or find us at Spielers.net.
You are the one.
And we're back here on Lake TV. So
Those Mizzou
Versailles
tickets
now.
you're looking for getting raffled off here in a minute.
Yeah, I was actually in the 50-50 and we lost already. So Colby Williams back out of the shotgun. New ball carrier in there for the Tigers with about 5 or 6 on his first carry. It's
going to be Max Coleman.
Yeah, Max Coleman, and
Sophomore.
I think he's another underclassman. See if he can get some carries here. And they still got Colby Williams in there?
I did not see him out there. I believe he's been pulled. Yeah.
Might be
Colby
Peyton
Williams
Laffoy.
is right here on the sideline in front of us.
Yeah, so it looks like Peyton Laffoy in there at quarterback. No, that's number 8 for the Tigers.
Adam
Ratcliffe, the freshman, and that's younger brother of All-State linebacker Devin Ratcliffe. Ball carrier here for the Tigers.
Flags
number
on the field.
21, Ben Dornan. Mitchell Dornan's younger brother, but that's going to come back, look like a legal formation.
That's what happens sometimes when you get all these underclassmen in that don't get a whole lot of reps. They sometimes don't know they need to take a step off the line here and there.
Like what Coach Silvers is doing, you could keep your offense out and let them bloat those stats a little bit. But he wants to get his underclassmen a little opportunity here and, lay off the gas pedal a little bit.
One of the worst feelings for a coach is having to put players into a position in their first game never having played before at that position. So being able to play some of these guys this year that are going to be playing next year, it's good reps, good experience, and it also keeps them in the program. If you play football sometimes, or any sport for that matter, and you do nothing but sit on the bench for 2 or 3 years waiting for the seniors to get out of the way,
right.
It can affect you a little bit, and you can lose some good playmakers.
So 3rd and 4, California opts to decline the penalty. That way they gain the down. So Radcliffe now. The give to Dornan, and he's going to be upended and taken down very tough. I think he took a helmet to the thigh, and that never feels good. In on the stop for California, that's Enoch Dunaway. Going to bring up 4th and short, and I wonder if Coach decides to roll the dice. Actually, that's number 8 in there. Yeah, Adam Ratcliffe. I'm sorry. I thought he was number 9.
You had it.
Ratcliffe is in there at quarterback. So 4th and short now for the Tigers. Ratcliffe out of the gun, trip wide receiver, bottom of your screen. Ratcliffe calls his own number. He's patient with it, and he has first down yardage as the Tigers have a fresh set of downs. Do want to give a shout out to my pastor, Tom Jones, watching at home as well. He said we need to get that instant replay machine. He wanted to see a replay on that blocked punt return with that bone-crushing hit by Friedmeier. But unfortunately, Pastor, we don't have the replay machine yet. But if the door will step up as the replay machine sponsor in 2019, we'll have it coming at you every week.
There you go.
Or anyone, for that matter, listening that wants to sponsor live high school football on Lake TV. We're always looking for sponsors wanting to support their local schools. First down now, Ratcliffe, quick give for 24, up after a gain of about 5 or 6. Once again, Coleman with the carry. He had a little burst in his step.
And even on your California side now, they've switched out some players. They've got some freshmen in there that are making the tackles.
And you know what's important here, Ross, is because the way the conference standings changed a few years ago, now points forced and points against come into play big time. And so not allowing any points and tacking on a touchdown here of the Tigers bodes well in their conference seedings. Radcliffe now calls his own number, tries to get outside. He does. He's inside the 30, and they're going to mark him out right there. So a gain of 12 and another Tiger first down.
That was great sight. He had great runner's foresight there, knowing where to go, being able to find the holes, get down the field where he needed to be.
Well, Ross, my man, it's been fun. Thanks for all your hard work all season. You don't get to go anywhere, but you and Dave switch back. Thanks for the insight, my man. Everyone, that's been Rolling with Ross on tonight's broadcast on Lake TV. Ross Reinhardt, longtime production assistant, now our lead production assistant and director of operations. And nice pass right there by Radcliffe, the freshman. Delivered a strike.
Okay, did you guys miss me?
Yeah, V-Brock with the reception, Dave. We did miss you, but V-Brock, we saw a great tackle by him earlier, and he has the 12-yard first down catch from Ratcliffe. So the question is, were you watching the action while you were off?
No, I was actually talking to everyone, trying to keep them all in line. We've got a few camera guys. One of them's trying to go rogue right now. I'm not naming names, but
I know it's not Daniel.
Old Ricky in the booth, he's thinking he's behind the camera, but he's not.
That's good stuff. Once again, with the carry for the Tigers, Coleman, and he's up inside the 15-yard line. The Tigers back in the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. And boy, Dave, they've lived inside that red zone tonight.
Yes, and they have definitely got their advertising dollars well spent tonight.
Yeah, the Crown Power and Equipment, or Case IH red zone. Tigers have it at the 15-yard line, second down and 7. I like what I'm seeing from this Radcliffe. You know how high I was on Devin Radcliffe coming in. You know, he retired. He did retire his number, or retire his playing days as he graduated. But younger brother Radcliffe, Adam, in there at the quarterback position. He takes the snap, calls his own number, and has a couple yards. Going to bring up 3rd and short. But boy, I'll tell you what, valuable minutes now for both California and Versailles, getting their reserves in the game. And who knows, at any given time, you saw it with the Pintos when Currens broke his wrist. I mean, anybody could get hurt at any given time, and it's next man up. That's always been the mantra in football, and that continues to be, especially when you're a depleted roster like the Pintos. And Versailles can relate. Their sideline looked a lot like this a couple years ago. You see, California only has like 11 or 12 guys not on the field. Really limits you when it comes to depth.
And it's so unfortunate that they've had 2 years in a row they've been hit by the injury bug. Last year even was really, really devastating to the whole season.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, California has a great program, and I'm sure that Rick Edwards, their activities director, and head coach Michael Gregg and his staff will get things turned around, and things will look a lot different in the coming years. California trying to get a big-time stop here. 1st and goal from the 7. Radcliffe, high snap. That one's way over his head. He very wisely falls on it about the 27-yard line. That's going to go for a 20-yard loss. Going to be 2nd and goal back at the 27-yard line.
What a smart play by the quarterback. I mean, a lot of guys have been tempted to try to pick that up and make a play, especially at this point in the game, but
especially a freshman.
Yeah, and you can tell he's coached. He knows what he's supposed to do out there.
Those Radcliffe boys, they're in the same group as one Sam Shoemaker out at Shoemaker's gym, and Devin's another Golden Gloves champion, the older brother of Adam out there. And Adam, he's a sound sports guy. He knows his football, so he watches enough college and pro football to know when that ball is on the turf, you fall on it.
You better take care of that ball.
For the Tigers, this time getting his first carry of the game, Alan Rohr, the sophomore, so a lot of underclassmen. I didn't see who had the stop for California.
Yeah, he better do a better job next if he gets the ball again of securing that against his body. It was a little crazy, but that's what happens when you get a little varsity jitters in your first carry probably as a Tiger this season.
So 3rd and goal, not typically goal situation from the 23 as they're now back out of the Crown Power and Equipment red zone. See if they can get back in that red zone. 3rd and goal now. Ratcliffe surely going to throw. Back in the pocket. Being flushed out of the pocket, trying to extend the play. He will. He's going to run it, and he's going to take it down inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards and going to bring up a field goal situation here for the Tigers. And we're going to get an opportunity to see number 28 for the Tigers, Matthew Lohr, see if he can't convert. That's going to be a 34-yard field goal attempt. Doing the place holding, Colby Boykert. He has it at the 34 once it's snapped, and this is going to be 34 yards, so we'll see if Lohr can't convert. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and just short. Lohr, not quite enough legs, so California gets a nice stop. Coach Gregg out on the field telling his team, great stop. They've got to like that. Going to give the ball back to their offense and give an opportunity with under a minute to play as the running clock continues.
Yeah, the kicker, he's had some kicks that were online, but just not enough mustard, as I like to say. He has had a few close ones tonight.
So timeout on the field. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got the remainder of this one on Lake TV.
If you can dream it, we can build it. Ozark Homes. Family owned and operated for more than 30 years, Ozark Homes has provided beautiful modular homes to the residents of mid-Missouri. Don't just settle for what's out there. Get exactly what you want. We take your ideas with the features you've always wanted to create your dream home. Call us today for a tour of these great-looking homes. Visit us online at ozarkhomes.com to view some of the beautiful homes we've already got waiting for you.
And remember, if you can dream it, we can build it.
Yeah, we're back here on Lake TV as inside a minute to play and just a couple of plays here for the California offense. Folks, when we come back, we'll have our post-game show presented by Above and Beyond Roofing. We'll talk with a couple of players of the game, and we'll talk with Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. So don't go anywhere, but first we've got the rest of this one. First down carry going to go to Garcia. Going to bring up 2nd down now.
Yeah, Garcia, nice little run. And I'm sure we probably have a whole new Pinto offense going on here tonight, right now. So 25 seconds to go. Ooh. It's a fumble. We haven't seen of course, the Tigers have recovered the fumble. What a fitting way to end this game on that note. Final score, we'll be back in a moment, but the final score is 38 Versailles Tigers, California Pinto 0. And we'll be back after this.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Homes, Veracruz, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Pamela Johnson with H&R Block in Versailles, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Carola Pix. It's time for the Above and Beyond Roofing post-game show. Back to William and Dave.
And now joined by Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. Coach, homecoming, and you guys really executed tonight.
Yeah, our kids did a great job. I was disappointed in our first drive. I thought we'd go down and put some things together. We just missed on a couple throws early. Kobe threw a couple high balls and things, and not that he didn't do a great job. Obviously he does, and we had a couple drops. And but other than that, it was a pretty clean game, and defensively we put it together. I think they had it right around 100 yards. I was worried in that first quarter. They were getting some chunk plays, 7 yards per carry, and we needed a couple negative plays to get them behind the chains. That's kind of our game plan coming in.
Man, I'll tell you, since you've been here at Versailles, it seems like you always have an anchor at linebacker. You go back to Devin Ratcliffe and now Michael Trotter. I mean, these guys are special.
Yeah, even before him, I had Keegan Ray, who did a great job. And, Michael's now our career leader, all-time career leader in tackles, and he's knocking on Jesse Shoemaker's record maybe for a solo season. He's been outstanding. And a lot of times, though, what you don't understand is the other linebacker turns it back to him. And not that Michael doesn't do a great job, but Tessier does a good job turning plays back to him. And unfortunately, we're going to lose him next year. So, we'll have some guys step in, and you're right. We've had some great linebackers here. I couldn't be more proud of Michael.
Coach, you talk about, you got some guys moving on, but when I look at your roster, I see a lot of big-time playmakers that have a 10 and an 11 under the year they're in, and that's got to make you feel really good.
Yeah, I think we got like 18 juniors right now, and we knew that class was pretty good coming in, and the senior class didn't have a lot by themselves, but when you put them with this group, they were going to be special. And there's a couple guys that aren't playing, the seniors this year, that moved on or moved away, and even a couple of juniors that we've had moved. One of them moved to Crocker, and, would have been a good player for us too. So we're not fully loaded, but this group that they came all the way up from MCAC, we knew was going to be special, and it was just our job to get them to where they could have success, and they're getting that. I'm more excited for them than I am anybody else.
Coach, the Tigers 3-2, haven't been above 500 this late in the season for a while. It's got to be special for this program with everything you guys have been through.
Yeah, been at least 7 years, and that's what we talked about. Now this first half, just like playing a football game, this is halftime for us. We got 4 teams coming up, and really with us in the 5, and then you throw Southern Boone in there. Nobody separated themselves. Nobody's at the bottom, and nobody's at the top, other than Blair Oaks at the top. So we're in a mix with 7 different people for a conference finish, and I like to say we could be competitive in any game as long as we play well. We're going to have to continue to work and see how much better we can get before playoffs roll around, and hopefully we get to host a playoff game. That's our ultimate goal, is to host a playoff game, and then it's obviously getting another game so you don't lose your seniors. You want to keep playing. You want your guys to get another game, and that's our whole goal, is to see how many games we can get Michael Trotter, Wyatt Espinoza, Owsley, all those guys.
Coach, congratulations on the win. I know you got a wife and some kids that want to see you, man. Congratulations. Thank you very much. That's for sales head coach Brock Silvers. Now I'm going to bring the guys on over. You saw these two all night with their teammates making play. My man Kobe Williams comes in, 3 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. And then, of course, big number 3, Wyatt Espinoza. We saw you last year on the Catch of the Week. We've heard your name, but you guys have really developed some kind of chemistry.
Yeah. We play catch in the summer. We play catch all the time. And at practice, I'm pretty reliable, as you can say. And, I haven't dropped one on the year, so I can see why he trusts me a lot.
Now over to Kobe. You got a lot of weapons. You can throw the football too. We know you can do it with the legs, but you seem to have something going with this guy.
Yeah, like he said, at practice we just work, and then the entire summer we've been working on what we need to do, and it's working out for us.
Well, unfortunately, I looked at my fantasy roster. You're not on it, but I wish you were. 3 touchdowns on the ground, 1 through the air. In your junior season, you feel like you've kind of got the gist of Coach's offense, and you're feeling a little more comfortable?
Yeah. It's simple. It's just all RPO stuff. Just reads, make the right decision, and he puts us in the right position to make good plays.
Awesome. Now, Wyatt, back over to you. You guys are 3-2 above 500. How good can this Versailles Tigers team be down the stretch?
Statistically, it looks like we're gonna be up there with the top 3 in the conference, and that's really exciting considering we haven't been there and we haven't been top 6 in a long time. And doing that will boost our program, and the next years we'll get more fans out, and it'll be awesome.
Awesome, man. Congratulations. Your senior homecoming has to feel good to end with a W at your homecoming. Now over to Kobe. You got one more. I'm going to let you go enjoy it. But if you could attribute tonight's W to one thing, what would that be?
The fans. They come out and support us the entire time, and they've been with us through the bad and through the good, and it's just awesome that they're here.
Awesome. That's tonight's players of the game, Wyatt Espinoza. Kobe Williams will be back after this. Chances Are Restaurant and Lounge in Laurie is a hometown favorite and has been since 1989. With generous portions, favorable pricing, and a familiar staff that treats you like family, going to Chances Are is a no-brainer. They're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Come in on the weekends for the prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp. And on Saturday night, year-round, they feature live music with some of the area's hottest bands. And if you stay out too late on the weekend and need that late breakfast fix the next morning, come enjoy our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet until noon on Saturdays and 1 on Sundays. Off Highway 5 in Laurie, come find out what makes us so special and...
if you're here once,
Chances are you'll be back.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Sacaleras Ford, Chevy's Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Homes, Veracruz, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Pamela Johnson with H&R Block in Versailles, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Corolla Pics.
Once upon a time, it was just me, Marge, and the internet.
But then came Manny and Marky, Margaret, Midge, Marcy.
Marcy, then Midge.
Oh, yes. And then Mikey, Miley, and finally, little Marie.
That's when we noticed things started to slow down.
You mean the internet?
Yeah, the internet started to slow down because we were all connecting devices.
I'm pregnant.
We need a faster internet.
Get up to 1 gig internet from Como Connect. Enough bandwidth to power all your family's devices. It doesn't get any better.
It's quick. It's easy. It's professional. Every time. There's no feeling in the world like a clean car. Kwik Car's Unlimited Wash Club features unlimited washes for $22 a month. Plus, with every full-service oil change at Kwik Car Lube and Tune, you'll get an interior clean for only $7. The Kwik Car Unlimited Wash Club. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. Now with expanded hours in Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
It's time for the Above and Beyond Roofing post-game show. Back to William and Dave.
Welcome back to the Above and Beyond Roofing post-game show. Just after going to talk with Coach Brock Silvers and both of our players of the game. But, partner, 36-0. What more can you say than Versailles was dominant?
Yeah, and Brock Silvers, he had a lot to say, didn't he?
Well, I kept throwing questions at him. I don't get to see Coach very often anymore, so when I get an opportunity, I might be a little stingy with him.
I was actually impressed. Yeah, he had very thorough answers. You did a great job, and you could tell the excitement that he has for this program and what the season could possibly end up being for this program.
And rightfully so, because I was around Versailles when Brock Silvers got hired 6 or 7 seasons ago. And after a couple of not incredibly successful seasons, a lot of injuries, the numbers were not there. A lot of people were calling for the man's head. And it wasn't easy for his wife or for anybody close to the man. He's doing the best he can, and he was trying to get something started. And thankfully, Kyle Middleton and the district and the board here, they decided to stick with him. And it's paying dividends because he has put in the time and the effort to find good coaches that will not just be good coaches, but will be good mentors for these guys. I was most impressed after the game. They did want to say great game. They also talked to him about the things they could have done better and the importance of making sure they're smart tonight during their homecoming Friday. I mean, you're a high school kid, homecoming, you got the big W. You know you want to go out and have a good time, but these kids know there's a lot at stake, and rightfully so. Brock Silvers should feel good because he's put in the years, he's paid his dues, and we're starting to see his Tigers. It's paying dividends, needless to say.
Yeah, and if you just want to stay out of trouble tonight in Versailles, y'all, just come on down to Veracruz. We may be there.
We're actually, as soon as we wrap this up, Jose, if you're watching, get our table ready. It's a tradition when you come to Versailles. You can't come here without stopping at the home of the burrito caliente, Veracruz, the exclusive Mexican restaurant of live high school football on Lake TV. Dave, let's look at some numbers. I'll tell you who also had a big game for Versailles tonight. Riley Radaman, 10 tackles, 3 for a loss. He was big. And then I look at Michael Trotter. Of course, he had the big game with his tackles, but running the football, he only got 6 carries, 79 yards. Kobe Williams, 9 carries, 47 yards. 3 touchdowns, and this is what I love to see. Wyatt Espinosa, 5 catches, 114 yards, and a score. And I didn't mean to put Wyatt on the spot down there. He was not quite ready for that, but Kobe and him were having a good time, both being on the set together. But you talk about a pair of athletes with some chemistry. They really seem to have something going.
Yeah, and not only just chemistry, but friendship, and they kind of can think for each other. And I think all that time that they spent in the summer that they were talking about has really paid off, and it showed dividends tonight on the field.
Another player to keep an eye out we talked about earlier, and you saw some flashes of brilliance tonight, was Dallas Waller, number 7. He caught a couple of passes. He had a couple of nice runs. One he had for 21-yard first down. I mean, and these are underclassmen. You know, for the most part, Coach Silver said 18 juniors coming back next season. I mean, you don't want to look ahead because you're 3-2, and they're in control of their own destiny. They've got 4 tough matchups coming up. They've got Osage, Hallsville, Eldon, and one other team. Oh, Southern Boone to Hallsville. Did I say Hallsville twice?
I don't think so.
I hope I didn't. Well, needless to say, they've got
Hallsville
4 tough matchups in the Tri-County Conference coming up. This was a big win for them, but it doesn't get easy after this.
No, there's not one single game in this conference that's easy. You know, there might be some teams that are down, but they're still going to play as hard as they can, and they're going to come every Friday night. So there's no gimme in this conference. There's no gimme any Friday night in any conference. But this conference this year, I believe, is pretty evenly stacked, except Blair Oaks on the top. You know,
of course.
Until they're knocked off, they're top dogs.
Yeah, and Coach Silver's alluded to that with his team, and you got to tip your cap to the California Pintos because it was 36-0 with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and that was the score it ended. So they were able to keep Versailles out of the end zone for that last quarter and a half or so.
And it gave them a shutout on what is historically a happy night here in Versailles.
Yeah, homecoming. Versailles 36-0 winners over the California Pintos. Versailles improves to 3-2 on the season, and as we said, first time this team's been above 500 going into Week 6 for at least 7 or 8 years. Got to be excited about that. California, they fall to 0-5, but bright future ahead for Coach Gregg and his program. A lot of good underclassmen that you got to feel good about.
No, you can feel it in the air tonight that the sense of confidence is starting to come to this program and this team, and it's coming from the coach. And I'm looking forward to see the rest of the season how it plays out.
The team I forgot is who Versailles has next week. It's Booneville. We'll have Osage at California next week. Lake TV's Game of the Week will start with the pregame show powered by Como Connect at 6:40. You can watch on Facebook. You can watch on Charter Channel 197 or on Como Connect Channel 90. For the entire Lake TV crew from here at Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri, this is Dave Glendenning. I'm William Holtz. Good night and God bless.
This Lake TV sports presentation is made possible by Como Connect, Kwik Car, Above and Beyond Roofing, Ozark Barge and Dock, Sacaleras Ford, CHEVYS Bar and Grill and Pizzeria, Ozark Homes, Veracruz, Crown Power and Equipment, Spielers Incorporated in California, the WH Media Group, Pamela Johnson with H&R Block in Versailles, Chances Are, and the official photographer of high school football on Lake TV, Carolla Picks.